Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
It's a special Thursday night edition of high school football in North Dakota. Welcome to the Pacific Northwest, the Bismarck Community Bowl on a 50-degree, drizzly, precip-filled day in the capital city. It has actually gotten a little bit nicer in the last hour or so as we get set for the Century Patriots, 5-2 on the season, and the Legacy Sabres, also 5-2, a high-profile crosstown WDA football matchup for you tonight. Hi again, football fans. Alongside Chuck Claremont, Todd Domrey's welcoming you to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services that won't slow you down. 15-minute oil changes, locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. Let's welcome you to the broadcast booth. Hey, there's Chuck. Todd, I got the beanie on tonight. The toque is in order. I mean, let's talk about the conditions first. I mean, it's been a pretty nice fall for football, but tonight's it's going to be a little slick out there.
It surely was driving over here. You know, the rain was coming down about 5 o'clock, and I thought, where's this going to be? But check the weather, and we should be done with rain. So it's just the cool weather. And then the other part, it's a little bit windy right now, but the wind is supposed to go down even more. So it's really a good night for football. 50 degrees in the football night, that's okay from a player perspective. It's a nice weather. You don't get too crazy hot on that. It's not too cold at this point in time. So if you're a football player, you love this 50-degree weather.
Oh, no sleeves tonight, baby.
No way.
Let's go. Hey, how about this is our first game this year,
I know,
man.
that's crazy.
I mean, we've done a million games together.
And then I'm done.
And here we are. We're Allen Iverson this year. One and
done. No doubt. I know.
All right, let's bring you back to the field level as let's talk about the matchup. Century fresh off W last week against the Minot Magicians and the Legacy Sabres. Man, you talk about a hard luck loss. They were right there. They scored 14 unanswered in the fourth quarter to take a lead against the Bismarck Demons. And then in the last minute, the Demons snatched a victory away from Legacy. So two teams that still have aspirations for being a number one seed coming out of the WDA, two teams that have high hopes, two teams ranked. And so, yeah, and one of the things that Legacy has found a way to do is beat Century in football. Happened last year for the first time ever.
Yeah, you talk about that. I mean, it's the 8 and 1. It's 9 and 1 all time, and last year was a big win. Legacy just absolutely rolled 42-13. So is there a little bit of revenge factor for Century? That's possible. You know, you can always think of that. There is some turnover, obviously, in both teams, some changeover of players. So you don't necessarily think about that maybe as coaches. But bottom line, these two teams come in very evenly matched, I think so, Todd. And Century's playing very well, lost their first 2 games of the year. Now they've rolled 5 in a row, and they're looking really good. They're looking at the team that was picked early in the season, the number 1 by the coaching staff in the West region. They were picked number 1. Legacy was picked number 2, and right now these guys are sitting Century's tied with, I know, Bismarck at number 1, but Legacy's right there. So these teams in Bismarck with Century, Bismarck High, and Legacy, man, they are really, really close, and I think you're going to see that tonight. It's going to be a real close matchup.
Yeah, about a month ago we started looking at this, man. If this thing plays out the way it's kind of shaping up, these last couple 2-3 weeks are going to be outstanding in the capital city because you got Century playing well, you got Legacy playing well, you got Bismarck High playing well, and don't overlook the Mandan Braves yet, who picked up a conference win last week as well. All right, fans, our pregame show rolls on. We'll get to the standings. We'll talk about our schedule tonight, keys to the game, and we'll profile this matchup in earnest as we get rolling from the Community Bowl in the capital city of Bismarck tonight. Century hosting Legacy tonight on the PSP Network. More of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show after this timeout.
Your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
You've worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
In times of loss, ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
There you get a look from earlier this afternoon. High atop DCN and North Bismarck looking south. Man, what a day. I mean, you couldn't see hardly a mile. And, oh, by the way, right there is where the state capitol is.
Trust us.
You really can't see it that close, but it's there. You had less than a couple miles of visibility, and that's exactly what it is from the rooftop at DCN to the state capitol today. So when we talk about it feels and smells like the Pacific Northwest, that's exactly what the day felt like today. This is probably about 2-3 hours ago today. Up top on the roof line, one of the highest points in North Bismarck on 43rd Avenue. There's a look across town today as we welcome you back to the Bismarck Community Bowl. Yeah, there you can look at the refinery over in the distance there. It is cleared up. An hour or so ago, it was dropping in here, and we were thinking, man, it was going to be a drizzly, foggy night, but it's still wet and overcast, but pretty dang nice night for football as we get set for Century and Legacy tonight. Both teams 5-2. Century undefeated in the conference. Legacy had their first conference defeat last week. And let's jump right into those 3A football standings, again brought to you by Trusted Tire and Auto. Fargo Davies and Horace, the undefeateds in the East, and Century and Bismarck, the lone undefeated in conference play in the West. And so, all of a sudden you start to, if things play out, Davies and Horace, oh, by the way, play tomorrow night. So that's a high-profile matchup in the East. And if Century and Bismarck end up playing in an undefeated game, we'll have it next week on the PSP Network. That'll be a battle royal. But we got a lot of things to get to before we get to that.
Yeah, I don't want to pass up the rest of these games sitting right now. But, yeah, it's really a logjam when you look at Century, Bismarck, and Legacy. And watching the games, watching these teams, I just love how they're so evenly matched. It's great to see this many talented kids in one city. And, Mandan, we knew it was going to be a trying year for them. Yep. You lose a Hudson Sheldon who's getting all kinds of PT for University of Mary as a true freshman. And, Minot's struggling right now between Minot and Williston. But the good news for Minot, I say they got 2 winnable games left in the season with Mandan and with Williston. So they got a chance, right? They're not out of this thing yet. And that's the beauty of this West Region battle where you're looking at right there. If Minot, if they end up sweeping the table, beating Mandan and Williston, they can make the playoffs.
Yep.
And so I guarantee you they're fighting for their lives right now. And that's going to be a great game. That's that tonight or is that tomorrow? That's tonight right now. So that'll be something on the other PSP network that we'll be following as well throughout the day. Yeah,
your other games across the league that we'll be giving you updates on the BNC scoreboard updates tonight include Mandan at Minot. That game's also on the PSP network tonight. And then Cheyenne is at Shanley tonight. That's your slate tonight across the WDA. Of course, Century and Legacy here. And then tomorrow night's 3A action. You have Williston at Bismarck, Horace at Davies in that undefeated matchup in the EDC, and West Fargo at Fargo North. There's your schedule and standings. And so you can look at a lot of things, but you should say to yourself, well, that Mandan Minot High game tonight probably is going to decide who likely would be the fourth team in from the West into the playoffs that start in a couple weeks.
Yeah, and that's going to be a battle. Both teams have really quality quarterbacks, and Sutton for Minot and Cole Carlson. So, that's going to be a battle. Got good running backs on both sides. So even though those teams are, Mandan's won one game and Minot hasn't won one yet, but it is in Minot, and traveling seems to always make a difference. Playing at home is in the confines, so you don't have to get in the bus, you don't have to get on the road, do anything like that. And so that's going to be a great game. We'll definitely keep our eyes on that one today.
And before we jump off this, we talked about Century and Bismarck and what could be, but Legacy is going to have a lot to say about this.
Yeah.
They are seconds from being undefeated on the season and being 7-0. A last-second loss to Horace and then a last-minute loss to Bismarck High. And so Legacy still has an outside shot win tonight, and then the point differential could potentially kick in, and you have a chance at a number 1 seed yet out of the West.
Yeah, it could be a 3-way tie potentially, depending on how things turn out. And so Legacy's got a ton to play for tonight. There's no question. And they play Mandan next week, so they would be favored, even though it's in Mandan. I would say Legacy's probably favored in that game. So lots to happen here in the next 2 weeks of football. So while next week, we'll see. That's my surgery in the 24th, TD, or the 23rd. We'll see how I'm feeling, but I'll definitely have PSP on following that Bismarck Century game, and then, Legacy, Mandan, Minot, Williston. Those are all going to be some good games finishing out the season.
There's your 3A standings in the East and the West, brought to you tonight again by Trusted Tire and Auto. And let's jump right over to the latest Sportscasters and Sports Writers media poll. You got an East flavor up top. Davies, Horace, and Shanley out of the EDC in those top 3 spots. Century and Bismarck rounding out the top 5, and these Legacy Sabres receiving votes in the Week 8 media poll.
You know, I was looking at this and going we vote on this, and I was like, how do you leave Legacy out of the top 5? They have a 5-2 record as well. They've beat Davies, the number 1 team in the state. They lost to Bismarck by 1 touchdown. Could have beat them, and it's like you take a look at that and say, how do you not include Davies? And I feel like it's okay. They got votes, but I know the team doesn't care. But me, I almost feel like it should be a 4-5, and or like Bismarck, Century, and Legacy all should be probably at that tied for 4th.
Yeah, exactly. Legacy has a very nice resume, and again, they could be 7-0. I mean, they very easily could be undefeated coming into this matchup tonight against Century. All right, fans, our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show rolls on. When we come back, we'll get you our keys to the game, and we'll set up our upcoming schedule as it relates to football tomorrow night on a Friday night. This is a special Thursday night edition. Let's jump into that real quick. Of course, we got Century and Legacy here. Mandan at Minot High. We talked about that a moment ago. We got a AA game tonight. Jamestown at Minot North. Southern McLean at Dickinson Trinity in A football. And 9-man action. West Hope, Newburgh, Glenburn at Ned Rose tonight. There's your Thursday night football schedule here on the PSP Network, brought to you by Bones Barbecue Sauce. All right, fans, our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show rolls on. We'll have our keys to the game, and we'll get set for the anthem, the lineups, and the kickoff tonight from the Bowl in Bismarck. Century and Legacy, more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Legacy, the home team tonight, they'll be on the north sidelines. Century, the road team this evening, if you want to even call it that. Both teams from the capital city, as it is a special Thursday night edition of WDA football on the PSP Network. So good to have the team organized tonight. John Haugen, Aaron Wald producing, running the cameras for us this evening. Todd Domrys alongside Chuck Claremont as we get set for football. And let's jump right into our Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game tonight. Call Dylan today and make sure that furnace is ready for winter. 222-2155 at your Northern Plains keys to the game tonight. And I guess, Chuck, first off, let's start for the Century Patriots. Yeah, you got to slow down what's developing into a big three for the Legacy Sabres.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah, Brody Weigel, number 1 in touchdowns, number 2 in yards at their quarterback, just playing having a great season, not to mention having 372 yards in the ground and 5 touchdowns. And then clearly probably the best running back in the state this year right now, Yusuf Jama, 1,000 yards already through 7 games, 12 touchdowns, both first in the West region. That's a two-headed monster. And if that's not enough, then you throw in a Jack Julesen, another senior at the flanker side, who's number 2 in receptions and yards and number 1 in touchdowns with 8 touchdowns on this season. So that's a 3-headed monster. And that's not all. They got a lot of other guys, but those are clearly the 3 guys leading this team from an offensive perspective. So control the big 3.
And one key we didn't even talk about off air, but Chuck, if there's one thing that we'll get to Legacy here in a second, but if there's one thing Legacy can do they're probably one of the few teams that can match up size-wise
Yeah.
to a Century Patriots, because Century is ginormous.
Well, they're ginormous except for their left guard. The left guard's only 195, so that's, but this is a stud wrestler at 172. It's a guy that, hey, he knows what it means to have leverage and whatever else. But you're right, they got some big dudes across the front. That's going to be a nice matchup along that front line.
And for the home team tonight, hey, the Sabres, that was a tough one last week. It's going to take a day or two to lick your wounds after a loss like that the Sabres had against Bismarck. And can they rebound tonight against Century?
Yeah, early in the season, they're lost to Horace by 1. Well, they got to play Wilston the next game, right? So they're pretty easy to lick your ruins in that perspective. But tonight, not as easy, and they've got to be able to come out and be on top. I talked to a couple of their assistant coaches, and they said, hey, these kids are feeling good. Had a great week of practice. The Jolliffs kind of gave me some insight, and Rhonda's listening. So Rhonda Jolliff, she's one of our biggest fans. Hey, Rhonda, she's listening right next door to us. So that's a big key for these guys is ultimately let's rebound from that tough loss last week.
Northern Plains Heating and Air, keys to the game. Call Dylan today, 222-2155. Make sure your furnace is ready for winter and performing at the top of its game. Thanks to Northern Plains Heating and Air for bringing us those keys to the game tonight. It's military night this evening. Legacy will be in their home uniforms, the camouflaged unis, as they roll out the flag here at center field on the 50-yard line, and it's time for our national anthem tonight. Let's honor those men and women who serve. Let's salute our great flag with the playing of our national anthem tonight on the PSP Network. And here comes the color guard. They got the flag rolled out tonight.
By the players, too, which is really cool.
That is very cool. And the fans have filed in a little bit tonight as well here at the MBU Resources Community Bowl in Bismarck. The rain has let off about an hour ago. I got soaked walking across the field, but it has now turned into a pretty dang nice night for football. Again, here's our national anthem after the color guard gets set here on the PSP Network tonight.
Fans, the privilege of this game is made possible by those who have fought for and continue to defend the freedoms we all enjoy. Let us honor and respect their efforts and our country. At this time, we ask that you please stand, place your hand over your heart, and sing along as Legacy sophomores Ruby Scarrow and Abby Erbley sing our national anthem.
A very nice rendition of our national anthem tonight by a couple of Legacy High School students, as now the color guard will be retired and they'll roll up that big old flag. What about that? The sights and the sounds tonight on military night doesn't get any better than that.
No, it's a pretty special night right here, and you can tell the kids are enjoying it and the fans are out to watch. It's pretty special.
Even like the student section getting in for Legacy. It looks like they got camo night going on over there. So they obviously followed the schedule that Legacy had put out there and knew that it was military night tonight. I just happened to see Brody Weigel and Yusuf Jama out there, a couple of the high flyers for Legacy tonight. They were getting the forearms working tonight, rolling that flag up.
Yeah,
There
no
were a couple of guys right at midfield.
Well, speaking of workout, the veterans in the color guard, they're like, time out. We had a 50-yard march. Nobody talked to us about that. We'd have worked out.
Somebody needs to rearrange that and have us go to the tent.
We'd had an extra cup of coffee to get some caffeine in us beforehand.
All right, we'll get to the starting lineups here in just a second. But, Chuck, let's talk about Century. Slow start. Started 0-2, won 5 straight since then. And getting their quarterback back and healthy has been a huge thing for the Patriots.
Yeah, Noah Hurst playing so well this season. I mean, he almost 500 yards passing, 6 touchdowns, just 1 interception. Not running the ball as much as he's had in last year necessarily, because they really had him more involved in the run. But then when you got Pope and Wild, ultimately as 2 guys almost 1,000 yards combined rushing, you don't have to, and you don't got to put yourself in an area of harm. And Coach Wingenbach's really happy to have him back. Nothing against Wellstead. He stepped in and did as well as he could as a junior into that role. But Noah Hurst, he's one of their leaders of this team, and he's playing really well.
Century won the toss. They deferred, so here's your Century starting defensive unit up front. Got 3 seniors in Joey Kralik and Darian Bitts. How about the season for Darian Bitts, the stud end? And he has been a stud. Braxton Dahl, another senior in that 4-3 defense, and then the lone junior up front is Ian Schweigert, but he's a good one at 6'2" and 270 pounds. Your 3 linebackers, Carter Coast, Tristan Pope, back from illness from a week ago when he didn't play, and then you got the leading Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker for Century. Leading tackler is Braden Morris. That's 3 pretty good senior linebackers there for that Century defense. You got Marshall Arndt as a corner. He's a junior, along with the senior Xander Hansen, a senior corner. And then your free safety, there's a couple 12th graders back there, safeties, free safety and strong safety, Xavion Haroldstad and Todd Tolman. There's your starting Century Patriot defensive unit. The Patriots 5-0 in conference, or 5-2 overall, and 3-0 in conference play. Undefeated are the Patriots, winners of 5 straight.
You know, they had an area where they had 2 games consecutively, shutouts, playing very well, that defense. And I think coaches are happy to have their defense out in the field to get things started. 11 straight quarters of not giving up a point, ultimately, for that Century defense.
And we mentioned Century winning 5 straight. Legacy 5-1 start, their best in school history. What a way to start the season. And again, the last second loss against Horace on their home field. Could have been easily a 6-0 start before the Sabres were tripped up last week. All right, here's the starting lineup offensively for the Legacy Sabres up front. They'll go like this. Lincoln Lamar, 240-pound senior. Jack Mitchell is the left guard, 195 and a junior. Carter Johnson, your 288-pound senior center. Right guard is Jackson Sperry, 288 and a senior, and John Sperry, the sophomore Sperry. He's 289 and a sophomore at the right tackle. Bennett Lawn is a wide receiver. He's got 3 touchdowns on the season. He's a big 6'4", 186-pound senior, and he's joined in that wide receiving corps by Jack Jules, the leading pass catcher for Legacy this year. The tight end is Nick Sanford, also a senior. Brody Weigel is first year starting, taking over for Burgard from a year ago. And, boy, he's been great. 1,000 yards passing now, 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Wes Jordan is your fullback, a senior. And, man, the guy that stirs the drink in many respects for the Sabres is Yusuf Jama, your senior tailback, right at an even 1,000 yards on the season for Yusuf. And he has been electric the entire season for the Sabres. And we haven't even talked about the head coaches tonight. Ron Wingenbach, the longtime head coach for Century, and Chris Clements, the guy that's captained Legacy for every year that they've had a football team over on the northeast side of Bismarck.
Yeah, 11 seasons for Coach Clements. And then you take a look at Ron Wingenbach. 36 years he's been coaching his team, TD. 234 wins, just 135 losses. That's pretty special right there. That's a guy that he's retired last year from teaching, but he has not given up this fight from the football perspective, and I know the players and families are appreciative of him continuing his efforts at the head coaching slot.
Yeah, Coach of the Year a few times, state champions were the Century Patriots 4 times for Coach Wingenbach. And, hey, Legacy, they've been in the playoffs a ton, but they're still looking for that proverbial first playoff win for the Legacy Sabres.
It's hard to imagine. I mean, you know, they've had a lot of success recently in other sports, right? Last year, they finally won the state dual tournament in wrestling, which was a big deal. They won soccer, the soccer championship. So it's a team and a school really starting to build their program, and this is a team that's got a heck of a chance, one, of making the playoffs, and two, doing some damage if they get in it.
Yeah, they've had success in track, had success in hockey, had success in baseball, and whether it's regional titles, having a say in the state, and the Legacy Sabres believe this is the senior class that's going to get it done for them. Thanks again to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for bringing you our pregame show tonight. Timely services that won't slow you down. 15-minute oil changes, locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com.
Take a look at this Century defense, too, to start things out, Todd. They've just given up one touchdown in each of the first and third quarters, so that's a huge thing for their the Century team in terms of how well they've been playing from a defensive perspective. Outside of the Davies game where they gave up 34 points, they have really been on a roll. Just 13 to Cheyenne, 2 shutouts to West Fargo and Mandan, and then Williston gave up a touchdown late in that game and only 6 points to Minot last week. So this is a team, they really are hanging their hats on this defense.
They had the game ball delivered there by the military men and fatigues, and now we are set for football. Alex Peterson will boot it away. They'll be sending that from west to east, left to right from our vantage point. You got Jack Juleson back deep to receive for the Legacy Sabres, and we are underway on a drizzly, cool night from the capital city. Kick fielded at the 4-yard line. Juleson up the numbers, the 10-15, and he is cut down. Century special team hit by Adam Wild to get things started for the Patriots special teams unit.
That's good coverage right there. It kind of pushed him in that corner. Nice kick by this kicker. I like this Century kicker too. He's really good. Alex Peterson, he's not only a punter, but he's a great kicker. 6 field goals already in the season, so that's a weapon.
Well, we couldn't do this without the support and appreciation from our local athletic directors, Brett Mitchell and his team for Legacy tonight. It's the home team, and Ross Horner and the group here at the Bismarck Community Bowl taking care of us here on the PSP Networks. Can't thank them enough, as here comes Legacy, 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line. Motion by Jordan, and out of the gun is a bad snap. Oh no, disastrous, goes off the hands of Weigel, and that football is loose.
I think Legacy might have been on it initially. Then whoever jumped on it, TD, trying to get that number, he rolled over. Good job by the offensive lineman who stepped in there and was able to recover it. That's Jackson Sperry, the senior. That could have been disaster.
Early Ryan Family Dealership replay. Watch the snap. It just kind of gets to the left hand of Brody Weigel, and then it was just laying there.
And you got to get down on top of it, and great job pushing him out of the way by the Century defender.
It's going to be a loss of 7. Back to the 13-yard line. Weigel out of the gun. They'll hand it off. Jama, oh, what a slippery move at the 20, and he speeds to the 25. He's hit hard at the 27-yard line. That's a nice run of 14 yards before he's hit by Xander Hansen.
Yeah, he is so slippery. I watched him on film, but it's different watching a guy in live and in color. And he's so quick, great moves, great speed. Track guy as well. Did not play track, was in track last year, but here's a guy we know he's got some wheels on him and big upper body. Goes 190.
Nice hole behind the left tackle there, Lincoln Lamar. That's a guy that'll kind of headline that Legacy offensive line. It's now a 3rd down and 4 for the Sabres. They got to get to the 30 from the 26-yard line. And Weigel looks over at the sidelines, and we'll have an early First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field, FIBT.com. That's where you can find them. They've been doing it since 1910 at First International Bank and Trust. Early on here, scoreless from the Community Bowl. First possession of the contest here. Legacy has a 3rd down when we come back.
Over 60 years combined experience in the field. Not only are we writing estimates, talking with customers, we're in the shop working alongside of our team members.
I've always had a very strong passion for repairing vehicles. I've been doing it since I've been in high school, and I've always enjoyed seeing the vehicle repaired back to the original conditions.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve the Bismarck-Mandan community for the last 7 years. We look forward to expanding into our new addition to better serve our customers, Centennial Collision and Paint.
Legacy will send trips to the field. Weigel's out of the gun. Jama flanking him on his right on a 3rd down and 4, and Weigel has a first down and more. He's into the second level as he squirts out to the 38-yard line. Gain of 11. He's tripped up there by Tristan Pope, but it's a new set of downs for Legacy.
Huge hole on that right side over Carter Johnson and Sperry. Just a direct snap to the quarterback, and man, put that right foot in the ground and just went straight ahead. Great blocking. Also, John Sperry came off and was able to pick that linebacker up as well.
It's good to have you back breaking down the blocking on the offensive line, buddy. Reach blocks, everything else. I love it. 1st and 10 for Legacy from the 39. Handoff, right side run for Yusuf Jama. He's hit high and dropped down for no gain. Carter Coast right there for the Patriots.
You know, that's one thing with this linebacker group for the Patriots, TD. They always seem to have good linebackers. This year, Coast, Morris, Pope, they're good. Now, Pope was hurt not hurt. He was out with strep. He's going to get more defensive reps today than he is on the offensive side.
Gain of 1 for Jama sets up 2nd down and 9. Jordan from left to right, from the right hash mark, and they'll give it off to Yusuf Jama again, and nothing there. Closing the door there was Braden Morris. Darian Bitts also in the vicinity, but that's going to be actually a loss of 1 on the play, and now you got a Century Patriot up slow.
You know, you got a lot of wrestlers on both of these two teams, and Morris is one of them. He is a good stud. When you got a wrestler thrown in their middle linebacker, you know how tough he is. 4th in state at 160, then 3rd last year at 170. These guys are tough as nails, and in the middle, he's right there all over Jama.
I get an injury timeout here, again brought to you by First International Bank and Trust, as you got a Century Patriot down, and we'll get a number there. It looks like it is the strong safety Todd Tillman, a senior that is down, flexing that right leg, and it's an injury timeout. We're scoreless. From the Community Bowl, WDA football tonight, Century and Legacy doing battle here in the capital city.
Learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tires' lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Good to see Todd Tolman walk off under his own power, but now you get a little kickstart there for Lincoln Lamar, the left tackle for Legacy, and that first penalty of the night on the Sabres will set them back 5. Good at BNC Bank bringing our scoreboard tonight. Your life's busy. They make managing money easy. Locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online at bnc.bank. Give you those scoreboard updates. Of course, you can always watch that ND score feed across the bottom of your live stream screen tonight. As Legacy's now got 3rd and long, 3rd and 15. Weigel loads up, throws it deep down the right sideline. Oh, he's got a man, he's got a step. And is that football caught? Yes! Jack Juleson comes down with a big gain for the Sabres.
Yeah, the officials took some time, just threw it up kind of one-on-one on that outside for Juleson, the number 1 receiver in the West region. Threw it up for grabs, and he had to come back for it, actually, as the cornerback actually fell down on the play, TD. We'll see it here on this Ryan Family Dealership replay. The quarterback, Weigel, underthrew him a little bit, but he was able to come back, made a great adjustment against Xander Hansen.
Ends up being a 40-yard gain. Weigel to Juleson, and Legacy is on the move. Weigel again fires it right. He's got Juleson's got some space in front of Xander Hansen. He hauls it in. He's pushed out of bounds immediately at the 16-yard line, but another nice gain for Legacy on 1st down.
Yeah, they're giving Juleson some room, just kind of pushes upfield on that route and then cuts to the outside, and the quarterback, Weigel, did a great job. The ball was already released before he had made that adjustment, so I like what I see so far early on Weigel.
Into the Serve Pro red zone go the Sabres. 2nd down and 1 after that 9-yard gain. Handoff, Jama right up the gut, and he's got a 1st down. Inside the 10 goes Yusuf. He's hog-tied and dropped down by Xavion Haroldstead, the free safety, but that's a new set of downs for Legacy.
Well, I like how he runs too, Todd. He hits the hole, but he waits for an opening to happen. You know what I mean? He doesn't hit it so hard that he's just head down and running into the back of linemen's backs. He really picks his way through that hole.
Nice looking opening drive here for Legacy. They have marched it to a 1st and goal from the Century 10-yard line. Jordan in motion from right to left, from the right hash mark. Fake to Jama. Weigel trying a wide side run, and he's got nothing. Joey Kralik knifes him down, and that's a loss on the play back to the 15.
Yeah, second tackle for loss. Great read by Kralik playing that outside, that right defensive end for him. Just pushed up field, had great leverage on that outside. When Weigel tried to go to the outside, he was like, you are not, that's not happening. Shed his blocker and brought him down for a nice loss of 5 on the play, Todd.
Weigel goes backwards, and now it is 2nd and goal from the 15. Twins to the right. Tight end Sanford lined up to the left. Weigel out of the gun. Snap is back. Handoff Jama off the left guard. He's got a couple. Maybe got that penalty or that lost yardage back to the 10. He's got 5 before Darian Bitts knifes him down.
Yeah, Bitts was there. Coast was there. He runs hard, hits the hole hard on that one. Kind of ran an outside zone play on that one over Lamar and Mitchell. Got that yardage back they just lost, but puts him in a position now. Probably got to put it up, throw the football right now.
Legacy has had the ball for half of the first quarter. They've had 7 runs, 2 passes on this drive, and now they're facing a 3rd and goal from the 10. Legacy going to punch it in, or the Century defense stiffen here. Weigel, a designed run, tries to get outside. Oh, makes one man miss, but he cannot get much more. Got inside the 10 down to the 8. Marshall Arndt comes up from his corner position. The good open field tackle, and now a decision for Coach Clements.
Yeah, a couple bad angles by 2 guys, the inside linebacker, and I couldn't see who the other one was, but boy, nice play by the cornerback Marshall Arndt, because he came up and made a great solo tackle after just a short gain.
Well, you're not seeing Sam Freaky come out here. He's the guy that kicks extra points.
He has
other guys that have been kicking throughout the season. Looks like Legacy's going to go for it.
Yeah, they haven't kicked a field goal all year, so.
Twins left, Twins right. 4th and goal from the 8. Weigel back to pass. Looks left, comes back right. Now he has to tuck and scramble, fires it into the end zone. Touchdown! Jack Juleson on time.
You know, that the issue with that one right there, Todd, is the time the quarterback had, and he bought the time as he took a step up initially and then came around. And I don't even know if you end up as a defensive back, you'll see on this one is you get caught up watching in the backfield. You see number 22, Marshall Arndt, had a great job by Juleson. He spun around, went to the outside, and a great throw and a great route adjustment by Jack Juleson.
Brody Weigel with a touchdown pass, his 12th on the season. As here does come Sam Freaky on for the extra points. Swings that right leg through, and he knifes it through. And just like that, the Legacy Sabres have eaten up half the first quarter and a touchdown timeout. Weigel to Juleson has Legacy up 7-0 here on your BNC Bank scoreboard. This is the touchdown timeout on the PSP Network.
Relax, spas, etc. Bismarck's #1 hot tub and sauna dealer brings luxury and wellness straight to your home. Discover top brands, Sundance Hot Tubs and Michael Phelps Swim Spas that deliver not just relaxation, but real therapeutic benefits. Right now, save up to $5,000 or enjoy up to 72 months interest-free financing. Visit us today at 1420 East Main Avenue in Bismarck and experience the best deals for yourself.
Well, partner, I don't know if you could have been head coach Clements and his staff if you could have drawn up a better opening scenario to this one.
Yeah, that was a pretty amazing first drive, but especially against a team we just talked about. It's only given up 1 touchdown the entire season in the first quarter. They started at the 20-yard line. They start with a fumble, almost a disaster, and then turn it into an 80-yard drive in 12 plays, 6 minutes and 14 seconds, 3 first downs, great breakdown, 9 runs, 3 passes, all completed to Juleson.
Freaky with the ensuing kickoff, fielded by the Patriots at the 15-yard line, and with a burst. And rolling back into the near midfield areas for Centuries, none other than Marshall Arndt, the speedster there. He's knocked down by Jack Link, but hey, Century just developed a decent field position here after giving up an opening drive touchdown. And here's your Patriot offense. Dahl, Schweigert, Klein, Filler, and Seil up front for the Patriots. That's a heavy offensive line, also anchored on the end there by Joey Kralik, your tight end. Xavion Haroldstad, your leading receiver. Xander Hansen is a flanker. Noah Herr, your senior QB. Braden Morris and Tristan Pope. You also see a lot of Carter Wild tonight as well for the Patriots at that tailback position. Looks like it is Wild who gets the call. And he doesn't get much. Stacked up and devoured by that Legacy defensive unit. Let's give you that 4-3 defense for the Sabres. Landon Golovich is a linebacker and plays a kind of down lineman as well with a hand on the ground. Drayson Glake, Lincoln Lamar, Ben Gilbertson up front. Brady Wicke, Braden Lean, and Riker Ruckstead, your linebacking crew. Josh Link, the sophomore corner, along with Jack Julesen, a senior corner, and Braxton Ruff and Bennett Lawn, your senior strong safety and free safety, respectively.
Yeah, Bennett Lawn just signed track to scholarship at NDSU.
He's got the
hurdler.
Fastest time ever in the state of North Dakota in 300 hurdles. Herr wants it all, and he might have it. Oh, what a play. Did it come out? No.
I think they're going to say he held on to it.
No, the far official.
The far official, you're right, Todd, came in there and said that he missed it. Probably should have had it. It was intended for
Xavion
Haroldstead, and he had to come back. The ball was a little bit underthrown. He said, I'm open. He had Bennett Lawn against him, and the ball was down. He had it initially and then could not hold on.
Yeah, that was close. That was close to a huge one for the Patriots. So Wild gets one on first down. Herr went for the downs on second down, and now it's third down and long here for Century from midfield, 3rd and 9 to be exact. Patriots send twins to the left, one receiver to the right. And Herr's back to pass. Blitz is on. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's got some room up the left sideline. He tucks it, and he scrambles, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Give him 4 before Ben Gilbertson ushers him into the Legacy bench. And it will be an interesting decision here on 4th and 4 from the 45-yard line.
Yeah, they marked it to 46 actually, but great play with that right defensive end, Gilbertson, that his area was okay. I'm not going to give up outside. He had outside contain. Didn't rush upfield when we saw the quarterback bust into the outside. He's the one who got in the way and pushed him out of bounds.
As the Patriots are going to drop back, and Alex Peterson's going to punt it away. Julesen back deep to receive for Legacy.
Peterson probably the number 1 in the West region for sure, 39 yards a kick.
High snap, good blocking, but this one is not Peterson's best effort.
Shankopotamus on that one.
And a Legacy bounce. How about that? That's going to end up, folks, being a 7-yard net punt.
Yeah, and that's we were just talking about how probably the best punter in the West region at 39 yards a crack. And then he shanks it. The ball was a little bit snapped, a little bit over his head. He might have rushed it a hair, and when he did, the turnout was not good. Yeah, 7-yard kick, TD.
Hey, fans, tonight's game brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. Been around for 25 years. Try the Blue Buffalo, the plain cheese. Call them now, 701-852-1700 at Planet Pizza. Today's game also brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Call Dylan today. Fix your furnace, 222-2155 at Northern Plains Heating and Air in the capital city of Bismarck. Wide side run, Yusuf Jama gets hit high and low. There's, looks like Hunter Helgeson, backup linebacker, coming in there and sticking Jama for no gain.
And they're really reading the play on this one, Todd. You got a guy blocking down. These guys are, the linebackers are really set up to make those reads hard, especially considering Jama's really the only one who really runs the football. When you look at anybody else outside of the quarterback, Weigel, Jordan only has 3 rushes as a fullback. It's number 0. They're going to go after him all the way, so you can totally key on him.
Legacy with a 12-play, 80-yard scoring drive on their first possession. Century goes 3 and out. Weigel's back to pass. Got everybody running deep. They're well covered. Weigel just going to throw that one into the Legacy bench.
How is that not?
Live to see another down, right? I think if you're out of the pocket, I think you can do that, right?
Well, maybe you must be, because there was nobody around right there. Like you said, everybody ran a 9 route or fly pattern, and there was 3 guys deep on the play, and Weigel rolls out to his right on a scramble, Todd, and there was nobody there. Threw it to the sideline. Somebody was close to the field. I think that's probably who he was looking at.
If we were watching the Steelers and the Bengals tonight, they would have said, No intentional grounding. The quarterback was out of the pocket. You don't get that official announcement in high school football.
No.
It's 3rd down and 10 after the first incompletion of the night for Weigel. They give it to Jama. He squirts off a 1 tackle, but then he's wrapped up by Joey Kralik. Gain of a couple will set up a punting situation for Legacy.
That's a good stop where the Patriots responded to that 12-play drive for a touchdown before, not to mention helped them after that poor punt of 7 yards. So a great setup for this Century defense and a recovery. 7 carries, 29 yards for the leading rusher in the West region in Jama.
Jeff Heck back to punt for Legacy, a line drive kick. Haroldstad on a run, and he gallops to the 40, spins away. Now he's going to try to reverse his field, but there is a host of Legacy Sabres to bottle him up at the 45-yard line for Century.
Still was a great play by Haroldstad to come up and pick that one up. Was it Haroldstad, right?
Yeah.
To grab that one on the run. You let that go. Who knows how far it could have went end over end. So he catches it on the run at the 33-yard line and has a nice return out to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, this was hidden yards, right? I mean, if that ball bounces, that probably ends up inside the 20.
Absolutely.
Instead, Century will have their second possession of the night. Noah Herr will toss it wide side. Here comes Carter Wild. Little inside-out move. Shakes his way out to the midfield stripe. Pushed out of bounds officially at the 49-yard line. Give Wild 5 on a first down carry.
You know, as we talked about, Wild's going to get the majority of the carries today on offense. Pope coming off that strep, they're saying, hey, we're going to let him play defense. That's where he's probably most effective for us. When you look at yardage, Pope number 3 at 487, Wild number 4 at 456. So that's pretty special when you got two guys almost 1,000 yards right where Jama is.
Pretty good 1-2 punch that the Patriots have developed behind that stout offensive line. Another handoff, Wild, slippery. As he gets to the Century bench, he'll have first down yardage. Takes it and hauls it to the Legacy 44-yard line, and that is a nice gain of 7 yards and a new set of downs for the white-shirted Patriots.
Yeah, nice little toss to Wild. And he's a track athlete as well, qualified in both the 300-meter hurdles and the 4x400 where they got second. So they get him the ball in a toss. He gets to the outside, going short side of the field, but picked up another 5 yards and a first down.
Clock stops at 2:41 to play in our first quarter, fast-moving first quarter. After Legacy ate up half of it, as it's a steady dose of Carter Wild, and this time he's going to be dropped down for a loss. As he is stuck in the backfield there by Landon Glovich from his defensive end. That's a loss of 1.
Yeah, pushed upfield, made a great play on that one, 1-to-1 after Wild had a couple nice runs. He was not letting him get outside, so you love it from the defensive end. They call him an outside linebacker, I guess, Glovich, if you want to call him that. But even a 1-yard loss, so give him another tackle for loss. That makes 6 in the season for him.
Hey fans, tonight's game brought to you by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. Loss of 1 for Wild, 2nd and 11. Herlick's left, comes back right. Oh, nice grab. Going up high and grabbing that is the Century Patriots backup wide receiver there. As we got to dig deep, as it's Isaac Bachmeyer hauling that in for a nice gain on first down.
Yeah, we'll have to get him on here, see if Isaac has actually got a catch on the season. We didn't even have him listed on our depth chart, but Isaac Bachmeyer, nice play, got to the outside. Again, pushed up field, got the defender to turn that shoulder, and that's when you bust it to the outside, and quarterback, great timing, hit him in stride.
8-yard gain sets up 2nd down and 2. An I formation, and looks like Wild might have bobbled that, but how about that rugby scrum that just moves the pile? The Century Moving Company is going to have a first down. As Carter Wild, it looked like he bobbled it. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay here. Let's see if we can see this. You see the tail end of it. How about that moving company? All of a sudden, you got Schweigert and company as they just shoved Wild ahead for a first down and then some. 90 seconds to play first quarter. 1st and 10 Patriots from the Legacy 29-yard line. There goes Wild again. Right up the gut, and he twists and turns and dives ahead inside the 25. Mark him down at the 23-yard line, spilled there by Braxton Ruff, the safety for Legacy, but that's another 6 for Wild.
Yeah, one thing I love that Coach Wingenbach does is, hey, he kind of sticks with it, saying, hey, we are punching you in the mouth. We got some big linemen. They love it. They're getting themselves established on that line of scrimmage. Let's just keep handing it off to Wild and let him get, 5-6 yards of crack.
Century nearing the Serve Pro red zone as Twins left, one receiver to the right. Design run for Noah Herr, and he can't get away. Slammed down and knifed down by Lincoln Lamar with a TFL.
Yeah, what a great play for him. As he doesn't get that quarterback, he's following Morris up in the hole, and great job by him getting past the original line of scrimmage, got past his guy in the backside, and then made a great solo tackle for a tackle for loss now for Lamar. Boy, he is quick.
Yeah, you see him knifing in there. On your Ryan Family Dealership replay, the tackle for loss for Lamar. Sets up 3rd down and 4. Century fakes it to Pope. And at the second level, there is Joey Kralik. Went high and grabbed it. And it's going to be 1st and goal for the Patriots. Brady Wicke with the hit. But that was on-time delivery. But now we got a penalty flag down.
That would have been a nice play, too, as Kralik lined up that right tight end, little flag pattern.
Ineligible man downfield. Let's see if we can get a look at that on your Ryan Family Dealership replay.
There's Kralik, you see, line up on the outside, fakes that pass, and he's got, the line right guard, Bennett Filler, pushed upfield. You got to stay on the line of scrimmage. Even when you have nobody in front of you, you got to stay right there on the line. Good call by the officials. This is going to negate a 19-yard potential gain.
Yeah, first penalty of the night against Century, and that's a tough one, and that will be the end of our first quarter. End of one. We'll come back with the second stanza with Legacy on top 7-zip on your BNC Bank scoreboard. The scoop. No, he went up and got it. Thankfully, the rain has held off.
Yeah.
It was drizzling and wet while the teams were warming up today, but now the rain has ended here. About a 50-degree night in the capital city. Good to have you tuned into the PSP Network. Be sure to like and follow us on our social media platforms of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and X. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep up with the latest that's going on the PSP Network as we get closer and closer to postseason football. 3rd down and a mile for Century, starting the second quarter of play, and they go to the hard count, and Haroldstead got going, but also Glovich jumped, and I think they caught Haroldstead first.
Did they? Okay, I was locked into the lineman, TD, so it was Haroldstead. That's why Glovich jumped off sides.
That's you and I looking through different lenses again. See, that's why we work together. That's awesome like that. You're focused on the trenches, and I'm watching Haroldstead outside. Well, Legacy, I wonder if Century now, if you just try to get something underneath and maybe get yourself into a position where you can get a good kicker out there, Alex Peterson, who's 6 for 8 on field goals on the season, to get him into range. You're facing a 3rd down and now 15 yards to go. Motion from right to left. Her rolling left, steps up in the pocket, launches deep. Oh, he's got a man, and that ball is caught. Touchdown! Zakai Haroldstad just hauled in his second TD of the season.
And what a job by the quarterback, rolling to the outside. Great blocking. He had time in the pocket to throw it up in the air. We're going to see him right here. As great job. He gets a nice chip block on the outside, throws it way up in the air as Zakai Haroldstad beats his defender and goes down to catch it, brings it in. 34-yard touchdown play on a 3rd and 15.
That one hurts if you're Legacy.
Oh, no doubt.
3rd and 15, and you give up the big one. Hurd throws a strike to Zakai Haroldstad, and now you get Alex Peterson on to attempt the extra point. Snap is down. Hold is good. Peterson swings his leg through, and we are tied at 7 on your BNC Bank scoreboard and a touchdown timeout. 11:52 to play in our first half. On your BNC Bank scoreboard, we are knotted up here in the second quarter.
Deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Hey fans, you can contact Farstead Oil today to learn how their skilled sales team can help you with your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. Proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, western Minnesota since 1938. It's Farstead Oil.
This is how we expected it, Todd.
Yep. We thought this might be a bit of a slobber knocker tonight. Legacy scored on their opening drive. Legacy gives up a touchdown on the first play of the second quarter to the Patriots. As Peterson sends the ensuing kickoff deep, it chases Juleson back to the goal line. 5, 10, 15, 20. Loose at the 30. One man to beat. Oh, and he slips through a tackle. And Juleson has just answered the bell. A 100-yard kickoff return for 6.
What blocking in the middle, and Juleson, I think he was probably he's here in the end zone. See if we can get on a replay if he was just behind the goal line, but what a great job. Nope, his right foot was in the end zone, but great job opening up, blocking. He saw an opening, and he showed his speed as he pushed upfield. The last chance for the kicker to pull him down, and he could not do it, and nobody was catching Mr. Juleson. You're going to give him 100 or 101, Todd?
Well, it can't be 101 because that would be a touchback. It's an automatic touchback in high school if it goes into the end zone.
All right, we'll give him 100.
You've got to give him 100, I think. We'll look at it on replay again. We have the benefit of a replay as Fricky, that might have been tipped, and it's no good. Extra point is wide right. How about this on your Ryan Family Dealership replay? And the other thing about our replay system is we only get about 10 seconds of replay, so this thing was well-timed to get it right at when he catches it. And, yeah, right at the goal line. Look at that. Let's take another look at that. Because if that's in the end zone, I think that football was always out. You saw the white hat right there staring it down. Well, you mentioned the blocking. Boy, once Juleson was just mano-a-mano on the kicker, he was gone.
Juleson going to MSU Moorhead for football scholarship.
Century ties it up. One play later, the ensuing kickoff, Juleson back for a 100-yard kickoff return. Extra point no good, but Legacy right back up on top. 13-7 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Hey fans, BSN also brings you tonight's game. Exclusive personalized solutions for North Dakota high school and collegiate programs, custom equipment, uniforms, coaches apparel, to fan wear, branding, and more. Contact your local BSN sales pro today. Also a thanks to Taylor Schmidt Photography for bringing you tonight's game. They're a proud partner of the PSP Network. Find Taylor Schmidt Photography on all social media platforms.
Yeah, that was pretty special right there.
Sam Fricky with a low end-over-end kick. Marshall Arndt's going to let that go out of bounds. So Century's going to have good field position here.
Yeah, smart play by Arndt right there. Actually, the up back, I think, kind of pointed to him saying, let it go, and good job by him, let it go out of bounds.
On the 13-yard line.
Huh? Was it touched?
Oh, that's crazy. If somebody touched it, then he should have picked it up, right?
we were saying what a smart play it was, and all of a sudden it turned into not a 5-bad cap-up thing, but I didn't see that it was touched, but it must have been. Otherwise, that would have been a kick out of bounds.
It was a low kick.
And we didn't see any flags fly, so I guess that does make sense that the Zebras would say that it was touched, and Century now hamstrung at their own 13-yard line. 13-7, Legacy leads the Patriots. Century 1st and 10. Handoff, Carter Wild. Gets through one ankle tackle. Out to the 16-yard line he goes. A 3-yard gain. Wrapped up there after a short gain of 3. Landon Glovich credited with another tackle there for the Sabres.
Yeah, ran through one arm tackle. It shows how strong this guy is. And Wild only goes 150, but runs low, uses the strength and the speed, ran through that first arm tackle.
I'll get you a BNC scoreboard update here in just a second as you see those ND score feeds rolling across the bottom. We'll get you those other 3A scores. It's 2nd down and 7. Her play action. Got no one really, and now he flips it into the flat. Oh, that's going to be picked off. Picked off by the Legacy Sabres, Riker Ruckstead. Not a good decision there by her as he throws it right to the outside linebacker.
He rolled to the outside. He had a guy in his face. He actually had Braden Morris open underneath Todd, and instead he kind of threw. I don't know who he was throwing to. There was nobody out there, maybe trying to throw it away, and that's one of those plays as a quarterback. You got to know what you're doing. Maybe trying to throw it downfield to Kralik and just didn't have the mustard on it. So great job by Ryder Ruckstead stepping in front, getting his first interception of the year.
First turnover of the contest. And Legacy just scored on a 100-yard kickoff return, and now they're in business again. 1st and 10 from the Century 23-yard line. Jordan in motion, sets up as an H-back to the left. Bobbled snap. Oh, and that's going to be Patriot football.
Well, you take it, you give away right there. What a great job by the Century defensive lineman. Jumped on that one. Let's see, it was a backup, Peyton Sile. I think he's the guy who jumped it. Are you in the replay now, TD? Yeah. Yep. As another one of those snaps came back to the quarterback a little bit. It went right through the hands of the quarterback. And actually, I'm sorry, it was 11 that got it was Braden Morris on the recovery.
Braden Morris down there to scrum it out. And the Patriots have the football right back. Her twists and turns, and he's gobbled up. Gets out to the 33-yard line. Oh, we've had a little bit of everything here.
No doubt. That's a quarterback. Weigel wants that baby back because that was a perfect snap right in his hands. Took his eye off it. And quarterback, you got to secure the football first. Talk to Mr. McDaniel for Washington on that one, right?
Yep. Well, it's been a couple of them tonight that have been on the carpet tonight for Legacy. Little high snaps that have just maybe just been a little nonchalanted by that backfield of the Patriots. Looked like somebody was moving up front. I think that's going against the Patriots. It is.
Well, we got a little sloppy so far this last couple minutes. Pretty sloppy.
The first quarter was clean and moving, and now we've hit the brakes in the second stanza. And we mentioned that BNC scoreboard update, and here it is as your other 3A scores across North Dakota tonight, brought to you by BNC Bank. You can find them online at bnc.bank. Your 3A scores, Mandan leading Minot late in the first quarter, 6-0. Shanley over West Fargo Cheyenne, 8-7. That's the only two games reporting tonight on your 3A BNC scoreboard update. Century goes back 5 when the fall starts. Her goes play action. Looking again for Zakai Haroldstead. Slips to his left, throws it late over the head of Xavion Haroldstead at midfield. Braxton Ruff step for step with him in coverage for the Sabres.
They got one thing with the quarterback. They got him rolling to his the weak side. When you roll to your left, that's a hard throw. I know Her's been He's thrown some nice ones so far, but that one, a good coverage in the backfield by Legacy defense. Link, Juleson, Ruff, Lon. There was nobody open on that one at all.
Yeah, now it's a 3rd down and 12 for Century.
2 for 5 now throwing for 43 yards for Noah Hurd. Does have that one interception, as we mentioned.
Second down, check that, 3rd down and 12. Her again has to step up in the pocket and just slingshots a pass, incomplete at the 40-yard line.
Boy, you look on the left side of that one, Todd, as Carter Wild had his hands over his head. He's like, he was so wide open, and he had Braden Morris in front of him to block. He just looked back and looked at the coach, looked ahead of him, looked back like, oh my gosh. But when you got pressure in the pocket, force the quarterback to step up. His funnel or tunnel he's looking at isn't 20 yards to his left.
Well, now, do you really feel like kicking to Jack Juleson right now? Probably not if you're Alex Peterson, who has to punt it away. Line of scrimmage, the Century 28. Good snap is back. Peterson with another interesting punt. This guy's an all-state caliber punter.
Kicker, punter, all the above.
And that one's going to be a 10-yard punt after a 9-yard. Check that, a 7-yard punt on his first effort. So Legacy, the beneficiary.
Yeah, that's not going to do anything for his average.
No.
What's the story? What's this? It's not going to look good on a resume. I think that was Robin Williams, right, from Good Morning Vietnam.
That is not going to look good, is right. All right, here comes Legacy looking for more. They lead 13-7. Oh, and Schweigert got his big arms around Yusuf Jama there, and he went nowhere.
Yeah, Schweigert 6'2", 270, just a junior. Comes from a great stock of family that of Schweigert brothers. That one was I think Gatorade Player of the Year for Century. Went up to UND. Unfortunately, had some concussion problems, some other issues. Didn't end up doing anything in college, but man, he was a good one. So we've got some brothers to help him out.
I wonder what that food bill is like at the Schweigert household. I bet you that baby is up there.
There's no doubt.
Juleson back to pass. Nobody open. He has to just try to make something out of nothing, and he is going to be sacked.
He's going to be tripped up, I think, by Schweigert again, TD. As you're right, there was great defense in the backfield by the Century defenders, and couldn't see the guys, but I know Arndt and Hansen, the cornerbacks, there was nobody for him to throw to, so tried to step up and get something, but instead lost 2 yards on the play, so you get a tackle for loss, and now you get a sack, both by the junior Schweigert.
And now Legacy facing a 3rd down and 13 from the Century 42. Weigel again back to pass, sets up a screen to Jama. Oh, well diagnosed. Braxton Dahl right there for the Patriots.
You know, when you're running a screenplay like that, it's so sensitive for the lineman. You really got to engage for 1-2 count or whatever it is. And this way, there was a little stunt in the middle, a twist, and that left Braxton Dahl double team on the line of scrimmage, and he's the guy who read it then and came out and was able to, a 3-yard loss on that one. Who ended up catching that one, Todd?
Jama.
Jama did, okay.
And now looks like this could be a punting situation for Weigel, who's a little farther back than a normal shotgun snap. He has it, and he will pooch kick it away. And Century's return man from the 5 to the 10. Oh, and he is smoked out of bounds, but there comes a flag. Xavion Haroldstead paid the price, but that's going to be 15 coming for Century on the late hit out of bounds by the Sabres.
Boy, not good there. 36-yard punt. They had him kind of backed up, surely at the 20-yard line or somewhere around the area. Well, you're going to attack 15 yards on top of that, so give the Sabres a 15-yard penalty and going to have nice field position here with plenty of time left in the first half.
Hey, fans, be sure to vote for the PSP Network Player Performance of the Week. Nominees posted on social media each Monday. Winner announced on Thursday. Player Performance of the Week is sponsored in part by the Aggie Foundation. Learn about their charitable work at aggiefoundation.com. Today's game also brought to you in part by one of our newest sponsors, Bones Barbecue Sauce, a true North Dakota original.
Love it.
Find that premium barbecue sauce at Cashwise Marketplace and Family Fare. After the 15-yard penalty against the Sabres, Century 1st and 10 from their 35-yard line. And a nice run. First down, Carter Wild out past the 40 to the 43. Knocked down there by Braxton Ruff.
Yeah, good hard run. I like how quickly he hits that hole. If you're a lineman, you love it. You don't have to hold your blocks as long, Todd. Just got to turn your guy out just for a second. He's only 150 pounds, squeaks through in between at right side of Filler and Sile.
Approaching the halfway point of our second quarter, I beg your pardon.
Wild with 37 yards on 7 carries in the first half.
Well, they haven't officially changed that on the scoreboard tonight. I was like, did our scoreboard quit? No, the scoreboard's running. The clock's going down, but it still says first quarter. That's not right. It's the second quarter as another handoff to Wild is going to be a first down. He is lassoed by Braden Lean there, your middle linebacker for the Sabres, but Century has a new set of downs.
Again, Century's really doing a good job of running the football right now. Straight ahead in between the tackles. They're winning that battle at the line of scrimmage.
And the Patriots are going to set up trips to the left. Bachmeier in motion from right to left. Herr has the snap back. Now he hands it on a little delay to Carter Wild. Oh, and there goes that pile moving again. A modified derriere delivery there. I was going to say tush push, but I tried to say something else. They're going to outlaw that, right, partner?
I hope so. Gilbertson was holding on to him up high, though, and it showed how hard Wild was running, and then he got his help from his lineman. I think it was Braxton Dahl came over and pushed him forward, or actually I think it was Sile, actually, ended up pushing him forward 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, nice gain. Gain of 6 for Wild into Legacy territory at their 48-yard line. Century on the move here, down by 6. And it's a direct snap and a keep for Noah Herr. Spins off of a tackle, and he's got first down yardage. He needed 4. He gets 5. He is twisted down there by Ben Gilbertson, the defensive end. But Century got a nice-looking drive going here.
You know, I love, too, is, you know, we've talked about Wild not being very big, just goes 150, but he stuck his nose in there and had a great block on Glovich on the line of scrimmage that freed up the quarterback, Herr, to get into that second level and pick up that first down.
Yeah, if you're going to run those kind of zone reads for your quarterback, your tailback's going to have to block once in a while. And Wild did a nice job of it right there.
Pope, they're clearly resting him on offense. He hasn't even been on the offensive side yet tonight.
Century, handoff Wild. Wide side run, turns the corner at the 40. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 37, maybe the 35-yard line. Braxton Ruff ushers him out there.
Nice job on the end of the line of scrimmage there by Peyton Sile. Was able to turn his guy in and then cut loose the tailback Wild, saying, okay, you got the guy one-on-one, get to the outside, see what we can do with your speed. And another pickup of 5, just churning yards out now. 10 for 51 now for Carter Wild in this first half.
Yeah, Patriots are leaning on the Sabres a little bit here on this drive here in the waning moments of our second quarter. Handoff Wild. Oh, good tackle in space. That time, he couldn't get away.
Nice form tackle by Peterchik. I think it was number 30, wasn't it? No.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he came in. He came up, made a great form tackle on that one where it looked like he was going to, the running back Wow was going to get a little bit of yardage, and instead here comes number 30 and lays the hammer to him. Great form tackle, picks him up by the legs, downs him.
You and I were both going to the extra power in the bifocals to see on those military uniforms.
Totally.
It's like, okay, is that a 30? I think it is, but Peter Schick has the stick. 3rd down and 4 for Century. Herr fakes it right, rolls left, got a man in the flat on the sideline. No, incomplete.
Oh, they had a guy open in that corner. It looked like it was Zakai Haroldstead as he went in, he had an out. He just kind of sat past the first down, Todd, wide open. The quarterback did a little spin move and went to the weak side again, and the ball was underthrown. We couldn't see if it was underthrown or Zakai couldn't come up with it.
How many rollouts left tonight?
It's at least 5 times I know where they came this way.
The Century must have diagnosed something in that scouting report that said, yeah, we're going to roll her to the left tonight. Patriots are going to go for it. 4th and 4 from the Legacy 37-yard line. Twins right, Kralik in a stance to the right as well. And they fake it. Now her rolling right, flips it into the flat. He's got Kralik, first down.
Yeah, nice job there. Took a look at that tight end on Kralik, and what a great athlete this kid is. Baseball, basketball, you name it. You get him in the play, he shoots, jumps upfield, or just fake blocks, and gets into the flat, gets pulled down, but he knew what he had to get to that 31-yard line and had just enough, a 7-yard pickup and a first down. Great play.
Yeah, that was just great timing all around. On time from her, and Kralik just releases that block, slips into the flat. Century on 4th down converts. Her rolling left. Now he tucks. I think that was a design run as he gets away to the 25. Give him 5 on first down as the clock under 3 minutes to play now as Riker Ruckstead there to I'm sorry.
Riker would sound really cool, right? Riker, Ruckstead, but Ryder's the.
Well, and I did. Legacy had a great Riker Zeitz, and so I see that, and I thought, hey, there's a guy who played baseball and soccer for the Sabres a year ago. But yeah, Ryder Ruckstead, thank you.
He's been around the football a lot tonight.
Gain of 5, make it 6 for her on the design run. Zakai Haroldstad in motion, handoff Wild. Oh, he's got some space, but it closes quickly. Nice tackle on the perimeter there by, looks like Blaze Miller coming up there with the stick for the Sabres.
How about that for all-name team? Blaze, love that. As he came up, made a nice tackle, good backup cornerback spot on that one. Good job at the line of scrimmage again, holding their blocks, allowed the running back Wild to bounce it to the outside.
Yeah, it looked like there was going to be more there than there was for Carter Wild, but there was Blaze Miller. Century facing another 3rd down, this time 3rd and 2 from the 22. Heavy formation here, 2 tight ends, an eye backfield. They'll give it on a straight-ahead run. Oh, bobbled snap. A bobbled handoff, I beg your pardon.
Well, I think he got it back, Todd. What a great bounce. He must have been looking ahead at the lineman or where to run because the ball was in his hands. That was a good hand up by the quarterback, but it bounced right up to Wild, and he was able to pick up the first down on that one as he dived forward and picked up 3 yards after the fumble.
Man, oh man, if you're Century, thank your lucky stars there. You fumble it, and you fumble it ahead for a first down on 3rd and 2.
Jeez. Yeah, that's when luck's going your way.
That's one way to get into the Serve Pro Red Zone where they got trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro bringing you our Red Zone tonight. 1:15 to play. First half, even though that scoreboard said first quarter tonight, as Carter Wild has a carry to the 15-yard line. Griffin Zinn submarines in there.
They got to look at a minute now. I know they have 3 timeouts. How quickly they're going to get to play in and out.
Century does not elect to burn that timeout. Run the play in with Xander Hansen. The Patriots quickly to the line of scrimmage. 4-yard gain for Wild on first down. 2nd down and 6 from the Legacy 15. Her out of the gun. Bobbled snap, picks it up, and he got back to the line of scrimmage. And I think now Coach Wingenbach is going to burn a First International Bank and Trust timeout as Braden Lean there to smother her down. I will keep this right here as Century now with 34 seconds to play in the first half, looking to punch this in, tie the game up, maybe take a lead with an extra point as they've entered the Serve Pro Red Zone. But with 2 timeouts and 34 seconds left, Central will be facing a 3rd down now, and looks like 4.
Yeah, another lucky play there. A 3rd down fumble run again. First one was 2 plays ago, the 3-yard fumble first down by Wild. This time it was the good snap. Her couldn't handle it. Instead, he reached back, grabbed it, and then he did what you're supposed to do. Said, all right, I'm turning straight up field. Actually busted Braden Lean pretty good. Yeah. I think Lean was going, okay, I didn't realize how her goes 190 as well. So he had Lean by 3 pounds, and Lean was leaning the other way.
Stay tuned at halftime. We'll have our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. We'll get you the scoring plays, the stats, numbers from the first half. Now's the time to book your appointment with a free estimate with MHI, Moonlight Home Improvement. Mention the PSP Network. Get 10% off your next project's invoice. Call Drew now, 701-721-4612, or head to moonlighthomeimprovement.com, your home improvement renovation specialist in the Magic City.
Keep an eye on number 1, where he's the outside receiver. Todd, he's got 5 touchdowns on the season. Number tied for second in the West region.
3rd and 3 for the Patriots from the Sabre 13-yard line. Her back to pass, fade pattern, corner of the end zone. Oh, tipped away.
That was intended for Haraldson, just what we talked about, but great job by Juleson. Juleson had him man-to-man on the outside and tried to throw it over the top of Juleson, and Juleson at 6'2" was able to get up in the air on this one, you see, and just tip it away.
That's a great job there, both by Jack Juleson and our camera crew tonight. John Haugen, Aaron Wall, Johnny on the spot right there, getting you the views from the Community Bowl tonight. Now it's a 4th down and 3 for Century. No field goal unit out there as they are going to go for it with 30 seconds left in the first half.
I'm a little bit surprised because clearly in range, it puts you in a position to kick a field goal and only be down a field goal. Maybe they're thinking about it now.
Yeah, now Coach Wingenbach asked for and receives a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field. Full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between employees and customers. Founded in 1910, locations in Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota. Find them online at FIBT.com. While we have a quick second, we mentioned our Thursday night football schedule. How about the action tomorrow night? It continues on a Friday night. Schedule brought to you by Bones Barbecue Sauce, Killdeer and Central McLean, and a big Region 4 matchup there for, in all likelihood, the number 1 seed out of that region in the final week here. And Towner, Granville, Upham against Mulhall, Lansford, Sherwood, TGU, and MLS. 9-man football action tonight. I think there's a new graphic there. I had to grab that one. That had the wrong logos there. Apologize for that. As Legacy here leading 13-7 with 30 seconds to play, and I still did not see Alex Peterson out there.
Nope, I was looking for 34. He's not anywhere to be found. I don't see him. I still don't see him. So they're all in here.
Yep, they're going.
Haraldston's the inside receiver now on the left side, so keep an eye on him. That's favorite receiver.
4th down and 3. Here we go. Her rolling left. Got time. Oh, he's got room. He puts on the burners. Close to the goal line. Is he in? Touchdown!
Well, I love the call. You spread everybody out. You got twins right, twins left. Got the whole field spread out. You roll your quarterback out and say, you make a decision, Mr. Herr, on what you're going to do. Great blocking up front. He rolls out, and huge opening in the middle as Kralik actually pulled one of the defenders out of the way, and great job by her. You stuck his head down, TD, bowled his way into the end zone, 12-yard run.
Huge play late in the first half. Now Alex Peterson on to give Century a lead. Low kick. That get over the crossbar? Somehow it did by about a millimeter. And by about maybe 1 centimeter or a millimeter even, Century takes a 14-13 lead here over the Legacy Sabres and a touchdown timeout. 22 seconds to play on our first half. Century by 1 on your BNC Bank scoreboard.
Your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Boy, two good teams going toe-to-toe here. Century and Legacy throwing some haymakers at each other.
How about this drive, Todd? 15 plays, 6 minutes and 45 seconds, 64 yards. Most of them were on the ground. Big touchdown right there, 12-yard touchdown run to cap it off. That is an impressive way. You start with the football on the 7-minute mark, and you basically close out the first half. Now, is Peterson, can he kick it in the end zone, or is he going to, kick it out of bounds so that you do not want Juleson to turn one in here?
I'm squibbing this thing. Nope, they do kick it deep. They tried to get it away from Juleson, and they did that time. Into the end zone it goes, touchback to the 20. Clock stays locked at 22 seconds to play here in our first half.
Peterson's kick rolls into the end zone for a touchback. Sabres will start first and 10.
Yeah, well, we have a quick second here. BSN Sports bringing you our Bring the Noise Award. Man, take a picture of your student section. Tag us on Instagram, Facebook, that student section that's making the noise, and we'll get that awarded on social media. Again, brought to you by good folks at BSN Sports. All right, Legacy here in the waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how aggressive the Sabres are as they will just hand it off. And a couple yard gain there for, it did not look like it was Yusuf Jama. It looked like, no, it was Jama, I beg your pardon. As doesn't look like either team is going to, did they clock? Did they stop the clock? Nope. They did momentarily.
Yeah, they did.
Jama picks up 4, and that looks like the teams are going to say no mas. Yep, we will go to the break with Century leading by a point. Both teams 5-2, and just 1 point separates these two clubs as we head to our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. At halftime on your BNC National Bank scoreboard, it is Century 14, Legacy 13. Good to have you tuned in tonight to the PSP Network.
Is proudly brought to you by social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
This was taken a couple weeks ago, none other than Papa's Pumpkin Patch in their 42nd season. A little nicer night a couple weeks ago than it was tonight. If you'd been out there, as Papa's Pumpkin Patch will be open until October 25th, open 12 to 7 daily, the family-owned fall attraction. I'm sure the Domrey's family's had the kids out there. I'm sure you've had the group out there a few times, right, Chuck?
I got to tell you, I drive by it every day, twice. And I haven't stopped out there this year, but, you know, one of these days soon, Tyler and Miranda, my son, is expecting the first baby in December. So I'm going to guess Grandpa and Grandma will be hanging out at the Papa's Pumpkin Patch. Get some photos in the near future.
Oh, you know it. My wife was out at Papa's Pumpkin Patch that night a few weeks ago, taking some pictures on an NISC Customer Appreciation Night. So thanks to her for taking that video for us as we're back at the MDU Resources Community Bowl. It's our Moonlight Home Improvement Halftime Show. Century leads 14-13 at the break over Legacy. MHI, Moonlight Home Improvement, brings you our halftime. Time now to book a free estimate with MHI. Mention the PSP Network, get 10% off your project's invoice. Call Drew now, 701-721-4612. Head to moonlighthomeimprovement.com. A little back and forth affair, a little bit of everything in that first half there, partner.
Boy, no doubt. He got some good defense going. I mean, the Patriots really, after that first drive for Legacy, you can't fault the defense for the 100-yard return. I mean, ultimately it's your defense, but your special teams. And after that first drive of 12 plays by the Sabres, boy, they've held Century to just 8 plays in the next 4 drives. So the defense of the Patriots really stepping up. We'll see if Legacy can make a change there. But and then the Patriots, they've had a couple good sustained drives for their score. And right now I would say that the Patriots really they've got the line of scrimmage. They're starting to control that line of scrimmage now, Todd. And from a Patriots defensive perspective, I'm sure the coach is going, hey, we like where we're sitting right now. Great way to finish the first half, getting a score, and then you come out and you get the football to start the second half.
All right, let's run through our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime numbers, individual and team stats here as the Patriots lead by 1 at the break.
All right, for the Patriots, Carter Wild, nice solid first half, 14 carries, 62 yards for him. All of them, the longest run he had was 7 yards. It just, shows that the linemen are really getting a nice push. for him, 62 yards for 14 carries. Noah Herr finishes off the first half, 8 carries, 32 yards, big 12-yard touchdown with 22 seconds left to put the cap on that first half. Herr throwing 3 of 8, 50 yards. He's got an interception, but he does have a 40-yard touchdown to his favorite receiver's, his favorite receiver's little brother, Zakai Haroldstead, as he had a 34-yard touchdown catch to get things going for the Patriots. Kralik had a catch for 7 yards, and then Bachmeyer also had a catch for 9 for Century. For Legacy, Jama, he's held in check right now, 8 carries, 34 yards, well under his average of 100-plus yards a game, 120 yards a game in that area, actually 130 yards a game. Brody Weigel, 4 carries for a net 2 yards. Weigel throwing a little better in that first half as he's 4 of 5 for 54 yards and 1 touchdown pass to his favorite receiver, Juleson. That's an 8-yard throw and catch for the first touchdown for the Patriots, for the Legacy Sabres. From a team statistics, it really, if you take a look at these, this is really a Century in favor as they got 22 carries, 94 yards. Legacy just 12 for 36, 3 completions for 50 yards for the Patriots, 4 for 54 for Legacy. So total plays, 30 plays run in the first half for Century for 144 yards, and they've held the Legacy Sabres in check. 17 plays for 90 yards. That's it in the first half for Century, for Legacy, 1 fumble for the Patriots, but they didn't lose it. Legacy has 2 fumbles, just 1 lost. And here's oddity, 2 punts for an average of 8.5 yards in that first half for Peterson. He wants to kick the second half. I know that the coach doesn't want to kick, but he wants a reprieve. 2 kicks for 30.5-yard average for the Legacy side. 3 penalties for the Patriots for 15. 2 penalties for Legacy for 3. You got a sack by Schweigert. You got a tackle for loss by Schweigert. You got a tackle for loss by, let's see if I can get all these guys in here, I got the wrong side. Tackle for loss for Lincoln Lamar. And then on the Patriots side, you got Kralik, a tackle for loss. You got Coast, a tackle for loss. And you've got Braxton Dahl, a TFL. Interceptions, 1 interception on the Legacy side. That was interception by Ryder Ruckstead. Throw to him. He got that one in the 30-yard line and returned it to the 23, so he picked up 7 on that play. Even got time of possession, Todd. Pretty close. 13:38 for the Patriots, 10:22 for Legacy. But Legacy, it's that first drive that really churned up some time for them, as they had 6:14 in that first drive alone. So you look at that, 6:14 in the first drive, just 4 minutes in the rest of the next 4 for them. So they got to get things turned around offensively for the Sabres.
Yeah, there's your Moonlight Home Improvement halftime numbers. Yeah, big half there for Jack Juleson. He has a lot of receiving yards, accounts for 2 touchdowns. And then
I'm sorry, I didn't even say that. Juleson, 3 catches for 57 yards, including that 8-yard touchdown run. Jama does have a catch for -3.
Yeah, and he returns a kickoff for a touchdown as well. And Weigel has a TD pass. Noah Herr with a touchdown pass running and throwing. So as advertised, a hard-fought duel here between these capital city rivals. More of our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime rolls on here. Get bundled up, man. I hope you're enjoying it, whether you're watching in your garage tonight. Hopefully you got a hot toddy or something to keep yourself warm watching the game this evening.
We got Darren Johnson's watching, making some duck poppers, I think he said. So appreciate you, Darren, turning this in and giving us a little bit of love on saying, hey, the kickoff, if it would have went into the end zone, TD, it would have been a touchback.
Yep. See, we don't miss anything.
No way. Thanks, Darren, for that.
Sometimes we just need validation.
That's what I just didn't want to sound stupid, even though I probably did, because I thought he had it. I said it could have been a 101-yard kickoff return. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks to Moonlight Home Improvement for bringing our halftime home renovation specialist in the Magic City. Been putting off that basement, kitchen, bathroom, or interior remodel or renovation. Now is the time. MHI, Moonlight Home Improvement. Call Drew, 701-721-4612, or head to moonlighthomeimprovement.com. Second half comes up next here on the PSP Network. Century leading 14-13 at the break on your BNC Bank scoreboard.
Plan or planning for farm or business succession.
Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Minot State University. Congratulations to this week's nominees on Big Time Games. The votes are in, and this week's Player Performance of the Week belongs to
Palmer. He gets nasty with this, rolls out to the right, looking deep, and picked off. Interception. Beautiful.
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. And watch for next week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Minot State University. PSP Network, it's game day.
The Aggie Foundation is a 501c3. Our mission is to really help out the communities that allow us in for charitable gaming.
We are so thankful for Aggie Foundation for giving us the $2,500.
I can't thank the Aggie Foundation enough for what they've done.
Aggie Foundation has been just a great partner for our community.
Some of these programs wouldn't be able to continue on without funding from programs like this.
We're always looking for new partners, new communities to be in. So if we can make an impact in that community, we will.
Hey, thanks again to Moonlight Home Improvement for bringing you our halftime as we get set for third quarter action. Hey, if somebody got the message, they must be watching us over in the press box. They put it to the second quarter now on your live stream.
Did you ask nicely,
update.
Todd?
I did. I always do. Yep. Oh, you got a scoreboard update there, partner?
Yeah, I was looking at some of the scores. First of all, the AAA, Cheyenne in a little upset. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. They're leading number 3 ranked Shanley 28-6. Minot and Mannan, boy, this is a squeaker. Minot up by 1.76 with 4 minutes left in the first there. Then you look at the AA side. St. Mary's all over Watford City, 35-12. That's right here in the capital city. South over Red River. Red River's number 5 ranked. South 20-14. They're up. Minot North just rolling over Jamestown. Kind of a down year for them. 35 Buff. And then Kindred, number 2 ranked in the state, 20-0 over Wahpeton.
Yeah, there is a lot of folks that believe that AA bracket is streamlining towards Kindred and Minot North as we are underway in the second half. Fricky with the kickoff. It's bouncing towards the goal line. Finally has to be picked up by Century's Tristan Pope, and he doesn't get much.
Wow, talk about a good kick right there. A little pooch kick, rolled into the corner, kind of stopped at the 4-yard line, and a great coverage by Legacy.
Yeah, Century deferred, so they have the football first here in the second half. And the Patriots lead by 1 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Your life's busy, and they make managing money easy. Locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank. Again, a host of Ryan Family Dealership replays tonight. We don't talk about them enough. You can shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com. Visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston. Patriots, the first snap of our third quarter. And it's a toss play, and here comes Tristan Pope. The big, lumbering running back is hard to bring down, and he carries it out past the 15. Mark him down at the 17. Give Pope 7, but a flag flies in late.
And they gave him a rest the entire first half. Had to let him just play defense, kind of check to see how he was feeling. And he's like, I'm feeling pretty good. And so they get him out in this first series. Had a nice run, but.
Yeah, the Zebras are conferring.
Looks like they're looking the other way.
They look like they're going to mark this off.
Let's see. They're doing some math. They're doing some Bryson DeChambeau. Let's see. What are we going to do here? What's the slope? Which way is this going? So it's after the play personal foul. So they're going to give him yardage out to the what? Was it half the distance? What was he got to?
He got to the 17.
Okay.
So then you go half the distance back to that. Yeah, that makes sense. So they're at the 8.
All right. There we go. So we'll give him a penalty. Oop, I pushed my. That's not good for your pen when you slam that baby down as hard as I did. Snap the lid off. So
a 50-degree night here. The wind has pretty much died down, under 10 miles an hour, as Century's now back deep. 1st and 12 from the 8-yard line. Her out of the gun, got Pope standing beside him, and they'll hand it off. Tristan Pope puts a foot in the ground. North-south running, there he goes. Right between the hash marks, out close to the 20. Mark him down at the 21-yard line. That's 13 yards and a first down before he is tackled from behind by Ben Gilbertson.
Yeah, two different styles of running, right? Wild trying to get outside. A lot of the instances get his speed. Tristan Pope's going, where do I have somebody I can run over? As he turned upfield just inside the tackle and carried about 3 tacklers across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 for Pope.
It's so funny you say that. I played as the fullback for my Langdon Cardinals football team, and that guy would have holes to run through, and he would turn and go back into a linebacker and just bury him. I'm like, dude, you could have had a touchdown. He says, I don't care.
I wanted to hit somebody.
I'm hitting somebody on every play. As here comes Tristan Pope again.
I think this is Wild now. They had him come in, yep.
Carter Wild gets the call that time out to the 25. Give them 4 as Century. Well, they've turned up some yardage here. They get the ground game going behind that big offensive line, and now Century's, as we said, late in that first half, starting to lean on Legacy a little bit.
Yeah, I was saying is the big guys up front, and Dahl, Schweigert, Cashton, Klein, Filler, Seil. I mean, you're talking an average of 280 pounds across the front line there, TD. That was way more than our college line, I can tell you that, back in the day. I think that was a long time ago, I know.
This time they fake it to Wild. Noah Herr with the carry. So one thing that Century likes to do, too, you've seen that historically, Coach Wingenbach, later in the season, as Ben Gilbertson makes the tackle, you'll see that QB called a little bit more on that rushing play as they save that guy a little bit early. And Noah Herr, good to see him back out there as he scored that touchdown late in the first half, kind of limped off, but looks no worse for wear.
Yeah, fakes that handoff to Wild and then goes straight upfield. You know, when you got to take a look at this, when they have Morris in, there's a good chance they're going to run it because he is a battering ram at fullback.
And he's in there again. Herr is going to sneak it on 3rd and 1, and how about that surge?
Gosh, up front, I mean, Klein, Filler, Seil, huge surge. A great call there, Todd, as he goes over that right side. Actually, Schweigert he flips, he plays in a strong side guard, and just Braxton Dahl caved in the right side of that defense.
I mean, watch these guys get off the ball here. I mean, this is impressive. Focus on the right side of this offensive line here. And
yeah, it's Schweigert and Dahl, look at that, just totally pushing down. And a little nice cutoff block, too, by the tight end.
Ryan Family Dealership replay, 1st and 10 Century. There's shadow their own goal line when they started this drive. It's a keeper for Herr, and he's got positive gain. Eclipses the 35. He's smacked down at the 37-yard line. Of course, Legacy wearing those camo uniforms tonight on Military Appreciation Night. As Herr picks up 4. It's kind of, it's not 3 yards in a cloud of dust here, but it's getting close.
Well, they got 5, 3, 4, 4, 7, and 13. So all on the ground right now. 7 times they've ran it every time, 7 plays.
And you called it early, partner. If you ain't stopping it, Coach Wing will keep calling.
Absolutely.
And now they're going to pass. Quick hitter. And Bachmeyer has it. Nice pitch and catch. 1st down. Clock will roll out to the 46-yard line. Completed pass, Herr for a 1st down.
Yeah, that's what you get. You just everything inside. Then you go to kind of 7 or 8 guys in the box. And what do? You get open it up, and you got your 3 deep, and he's playing way off him. Great job by Bachmeyer, the senior wide receiver, catching that one. Good. The quarterback, good job quickly kind of ball handling, getting it all out right away.
Yeah, good hands catch on a chilly night there by the senior Bachmeyer. 1st and 10 Century. Going to be a call and a run for Herr. Oh, look at that wall off. And there goes Noah Herr into Legacy territory. He gallops for another Century 1st down.
Boy, and you got your Cashton Klein, the center, all the way on the outside, getting to that 2nd level, picking off not 1 but 2 guys. Here you have Cashton just pushing up field. Nice job. Everybody sealing it off. Filler, Seil. Holy cow.
You had Tristan Pope leading the way there. He was 15 yards downfield before he had somebody to block. Century, good-looking drive here to start. Quarter number 3. Patriots leading by 1. Tristan Pope right between the tackles. And again, they surge ahead for 3, maybe 4 yards to the Legacy 39-yard line.
You know, and great patience, too, because sometimes of a lineman, you blow off, you get stalemated, and it takes you maybe a half a second or a second sometimes to establish some movement on your defensive lineman, and Pope kind of read it that time as he got to the line. There wasn't any push it. He kind of waited, and then he kind of had a little bit of an opening. Then he busted inside and picked up 4 yards.
2nd down and 6 for Century. They motion Bachmeyer from right to left. Another design run for her to the right. And this time he gets hit, but he still falls ahead for a positive gain. It'll set up 3rd down and manageable for Century. As, boy, the last drive of the first half for Century and now the first drive of the second half for Century have been clock chewers uppers.
Well, you got that right. And, I mean, you're already almost 6 minutes into this second half, and they pull that Bennett Filler, 6'5", 270, the strong guard. He gets out there, runs some interference, run behind Wild, your running back.
Century's playing a little keep away here. They're limiting the chances for Legacy, but now Century facing a 3rd down and 4. Hers back to pass. Slingshot. Oh, Bachmeyer, nice grab, nice move. From the 30, gets to the 25, angles to the 21, and Century has another 1st down on a gain to Bachmeyer before Brady Wicke finally wraps him up.
Yeah, 15-yard gain. That same play, Todd, looking to the outside. This time Bachmeyer was able to break a tackle and not just pick up 7 yards, but picked up 15.
Timely 3rd down conversions as well for the Patriots, as now this is a 6-minute plus drive here to start quarter number 3. Her out of the gun. Has the snap back, fakes it to Wild. Her runs it right. Another big hole. Noah Herr galloping for extra yards. He's close to the 10. Mark him down at the 11. That's a gain of 11 for Century.
Yeah, Myra want to call a little pin and pull on the backside as Schweigert blocks back on Dahl's guy. He pulls around, runs that interference, gets up, gets another good yard. 12 yards on that player? Give him 11, but man, I just love the bigs up front. These Hogs are making some room up front for the runners.
Century. This looks like a Mark Gibson drive, as they used to start the 3rd quarter. You know, how many times did we see the Demons do this?
Yep.
Century going to it again. Herr skips at the 10, powers to the 5. He's knocked down inside the 5, but a flag comes in.
Way behind. 262s going at each other, way behind the play, Todd. It was 62 for Century, Bennett Filler, and 62 for Legacy. Carter Johnson, they were going at us. See what the call's going to be, because quarterback ran down to, the 2-yard line I think they had originally. That's where that's marked.
It's going to be a face mask on Century.
So
get your Ryan Family Dealership replay.
Filler pulling down Carter Johnson. Oh, I don't know about that one. They don't want to see that replay too many times, unless it was somebody else they're calling it on, because it was just Filler really had a little pancake on Johnson.
Yeah, they didn't call a face mask.
Didn't they? Okay, so it
I think
must have been a hold, maybe?
Been a hold. They had their backs facing the scoreboard press box as a called run for Noah Herr. He weaves, he spins, he puts his head down and gets it to the 15-yard line.
Got a host of guys in there. Lean was one of them kind of running. That was the first guy who hit him, but continue to run that quarterback. Let him read. Got an extra blocker, whether it's Pope, whether it's Wild out in front of you.
Well, let's see if Century can overcome a penalty on this drive. There hasn't been much that has slowed down the Patriots here, as they've chewed up now 8 minutes of clock here in the 3rd quarter. But can the Sabre defense stiffen and maybe hold Legacy to, or hold Century to a field goal here, as Patriots now facing a 2nd down and 14 in the ServPro red zone is Century.
13 plays, 11 runs.
And Coach Wingenbach wants a timeout. We'll break. First International Bank and Trust brings you this TO on the field. They've been doing it since 1910. You can find them online at FIBT.com. Century with an impressive drive here. Will they get points out of it with 3:49 to play in the 3rd quarter? Patriots leading by 1.
This page is in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Just 8 o'clock Central Time here. I just thought to myself, man, I like these 6:30 starts. Here we are, just a few minutes left in the third, and
you got your Steelers are up
don't tell me.
Sorry, God. I
didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear nothing.
Oh, I get it. You got your taping this time. You got to tell me that. You got to give me some love. And early on, going, hey, don't talk to me about my Steelers. I'm going to go home and watch it.
Play action. Her rolling right. 2nd and 14. High ball in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown! Xander Hansen just climbed the ladder.
And what a throw. 2 guys into the end zone. He picked Xander Hansen, threw it way up in the air, and Hansen high-pointed it. What a throw and what a catch on 2nd and long. Faked the handoff to Pope. He rolls out to his right. A little in pattern, or out pattern, I should say, by Hansen. And Harold said it was right close in the area, but what a throw, what a catch. 15-yard touchdown reception.
Century runs, and then all of a sudden they hit you with the pass. Oh, a doink off the upright. Alex Peterson. It's not every day we get to call that. We'll get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of the extra point. Watch this baby.
He was 23 of 24 coming into tonight.
Peterson, doink! There it went. I don't want to even rewind it. Watch, it's not a double doink, but doink! There it went again. Oh, that's too good. But we have a touchdown timeout. Century with an impressive drive. What a catch there by Xander Hansen. Patriots lead by 7, 3:41 to play here in our third quarter.
In front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese. It has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Well, that was impressive. Century went on the move, and they ate up almost 9 minutes of clock.
Yeah, 14 plays, 8 minutes and 12 seconds. Or I guess it's 3:41. So, yeah, 8 minutes and, 12 seconds because they started at the 11:53 mark. 90 yards.
And Alex Peterson with a deep end-over-end kick will sail over the head of Jack Juleson. And, boy, it has been a long time since we've called anybody in this legacy offense's name, because Century had a long drive at the end of the first half, and they just went on about a 9-minuter to start the third quarter. So it's been about an hour since we've seen anybody on the legacy offense.
It has.
Legacy still just down a touchdown. Boy, they erased a 14-point deficit in the fourth quarter last week against the Demons before coming up short. Will the Sabres have some magic again tonight? Weigel will hand it off to Yusuf Jama, and he just about got loose. Doesn't take Yusuf much as he gains out to the 30-yard line. That'll be 10 and a first down.
Yeah, they need to get him going, Todd. And one score down, so there's obviously panic is not in anybody's mind. And now you're going to your offensive line and going, okay, it's time for us to establish ourselves now.
Yeah, Legacy's got that good offensive front, too. They should be fresh, unless they've been playing on the defensive side. If they're offense only, they're ready to go. Weigel, handoff, Jama got away from the first guy and made something out of nothing there as he gets to the 32. Braden Morris, the leading tackler for Century, has another tackle there for the Patriots.
Yeah, I had him in the backfield. Could not pull him down. The strength of him, the elusiveness, went from a potential loss of play to picking up 3 on the play. So Jama again. again, we talked about this guy's 1,000 yards in 7 games. So you do the math. He only has 34 in the first half. So he wants to get loose here.
Second down, Weigel hits his man. Juleson, oh, what a slippery move in space. And he's got a big gainer.
Watched him last year with Bergerud throwing, Eastenberger throwing. They loved throwing to him. And I was talking about watching him. I love how he runs his route. Great route runner. And that's what MSUN loves this kid, as just a stop route and then a little as he got Xander Hansen to go right. He went left.
Gain to Century's 49-yard line. Check that 48-yard line. Legacy down by 7, but the Sabres are on the move. They'll motion Juleson 1st and 10. Jama gets the call. He's bottled up, and he twists and turns and somehow picks up 3 on first down.
Morris and Kralik were there to make the tackle, but again, now you got Legacy establishing themselves, and they're a team traditionally, Todd, that they don't mind throwing the football. Though you take a look at it, I guess they're Legacy's 62% run, 38% pass, but they are averaging 150 yards passing on the season. I mean, 394 in total offense, and just, what did I say, 120 in the first half? 94 in the first half.
Jama again, boy, he just got good leverage, and it doesn't seem like anybody ever squares that guy up as he hits off of people and drives ahead and picks up yardage. 195-pound kid that is able to absorb and pick up extra yards as he does right there.
Yeah, and you look at some of his outings this year. I mean, he had 242 and a couple touchdowns against Davies in that big win there. 195, 3 touchdowns against Minot.
3rd and a long 1 for the Sabres from the Century 40-yard line. Juleson looks like he's man-to-man here down on the bottom of your screen. And they'll go play action. Nope, that's actually Juleson up top, man-to-man. Caught it. Oh, breaking tackles at the 30, 25, and finally hauled down in the Serve Pro red zone. Juleson did it again. Finally, Xavion Haroldstad knocks him down, but that is a 27-yard pitch and catch for Legacy.
Yeah, just playing 2 deep zone and using these little stop routes again because they're playing so deep on him. And then Xander Hansen came up, hit him hard, but Juleson shows how tough he is. He's not going down initially, had to have a hog tie to bring him down after another big gain of 27 over the 100-yard mark now with 103 yards now for Juleson.
Serve Pro red zone goes Legacy. Handoff Jama, nowhere to go. He is smothered and devoured by that Century interior, and he doesn't get anything. Braxton Dahl, the first red hat to lay a lick on him.
Yeah, you talk about a battle going on. Braxton Dahl at 6'3", 285. Carter Johnson, 6 foot 288. These two guys have had an absolute war on one-on-one as a nose guard and a center.
Legacy can let the clock run out here in the 3rd quarter, but it looks like the Sabres want to get another down in, moving right to left here, east to west. And they get the snap off. Weigel back to pass. Now he's flushed, rolling left, flips it, tipped over the head of his intended receiver. That was Juleson. And lucky that ball doesn't get intercepted.
Double teamed right there. Now you got somebody hurt down in the field. I think that's Pope.
Yeah, it looks like Tristan Pope.
Weigel forced that one a little bit. Lucky that wasn't intercepted, TD.
All right, and that will be the final play here of our 3rd quarter. A quarter break. Buckle up. 4th quarter comes up next on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Century 20, Legacy 13. The final 12 come up next on the PSP Network.
And invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Now, big play here to start our fourth quarter. Legacy in the Serve Pro red zone has it 3rd down and 10. From the Century 13-yard line, Weigel has the snap back, looking left, throws a fade pattern, corner of the end zone, and it is caught! Touchdown, Legacy Sabres.
Juleson
has just scored his 3rd touchdown.
I mean, and what a throw. This is where you trust your receiver, Todd. He single covered a man-to-man on the outside. He has help over the top, and Weigel just said, hey, I got you. He just threw it up. As you see the cornerback sneaking over there, but what a play and what a catch. Juleson comes down with it in traffic for 12-yard touchdown catch.
Double coverage, who cares?
That's trust right there.
I'm throwing it to 14.
Yep.
Important extra point here. Weigel with the hold, Fricky with the kick, yes. And we are knotted up at 20. Man alive, how good have these last 2 weeks been here at the MDU Resources Community Bowl in Bismarck. Hope you are enjoying this on the PSP Network tonight. Knotted up at 20. It's going to be a bumpy ride in from here, folks, with 11:54 to play in the contest.
At any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
We're going to start calling the Legacy Sabres the cardiac kids here. These
no doubt.
Close ball games, they're going to have to give their fans and all of you tuning in favoring the Sabres some blood pressure medicine, as these have been doozies. In swing kickoff by Fricky, fielded by an up man for Century, and he gets ushered out of bounds into the Patriot bench. Looks like that was on the return there was Matt Splonkowski, I believe, with the return for the Patriots.
Juleson now 6 catches for 115 yards and 2 touchdowns, plus the third one, as you mentioned, and a 100-yard kickoff return. Not a bad night for the senior.
That would be MVP worthy if he just was done right there. And he's still got 11:47 left to add on to it. As here comes Century. Patriots been a little more slow and methodical down the field, as here comes Carter Wild off tackle left at the hash marks, puts that foot in the ground, and he burrows his way out to the 35-yard line. Give him 6. Century just seems like every time you look up, they're getting 3, 4, 5, 6 every play.
Yeah, and Wild, he's had a good first. You mentioned 62 yards in the first half. Boy, now he's got another 10 the second half, 72. I mean, he's running hard. I'm so impressed with this offensive line for the Patriots right now.
After this play, we'll get you a 3A scoreboard update tonight, brought to you by BNC Bank. 2nd and 4 for the Patriots from their own 35. This time Herr fakes it to Wild, tries to get to the boundary. He's going to have a first down and then some. Finally smacked out of bounds at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Century. Noah Herr is, here's that scoreboard updates. Cheyenne and Shanley doing battle. Halftime score 28-22. Cheyenne leading Shanley. Minot at the half leading Mandan 20-6. And no report in from North and West Fargo. There's your 3A scoreboard update tonight. Knotted up at 20 here, and your BNC Bank scoreboard under 11 to play in the contest. Century 1st and 10 from their own 44. Wild again, right down Broadway. And again, he takes it to the 50-yard line. That was the fullback, Braden Morris, on the call there. As eventually you'll change it up a bit. Wild and Pope will get the most of the carries, but you'll throw in Braden Morris, who
you got to feed the fullback every once in a while, right?
He's got 3 touchdowns on the season.
Just 13 carries.
Hey, nobody happier than the fullback when he gets that baby too.
And he's going pretty much straight ahead, right?
He picks up 6, and they're going to give it to him again. Oh, and the hammer. There goes Morris. They can't bring him down. How about that?
We talked about him as a middle linebacker, how good he is, and he's equally as good on the fullback side. Said, hey, we picked up 6. Let's give it a shot again to our fullback. And, man, running through tackles, arm tackles are not going to bring this guy down. 15. Yep.
15 yards the hard way. Right up the gut. Morris still in there. He's flanking her to the right. 1st and 10 Century, 35-yard line. They fake it to Morris. Her got to the numbers, and then he got blown up and pushed out of bounds.
You know, her, talk about how athletic he is. This kid plays basketball too. He was hurt last year, didn't get a chance to play a whole lot. But I'm sure Coach Mattern, he's going to get some use out of him this year as a senior in there. 6'1", tough kid. Good footwork.
Century on the move again. Boy, Legacy, if they could strip a ball here, that would be ginormous. As both teams have been effective offensively, just who's going to make a stop?
One possession for each team the second half is all.
Century 2nd down and 7. Hers rolling left. Looking under pressure. Oh, and he throws it away late. I say that's going to be an incomplete pass, right?
It is an incomplete pass. He was looking at Morris. Morris wasn't looking to catch it, but Noah Herr, he went down awkwardly too as he's getting up slow. Kind of, you're going to see in this replay, this Ryan Family Dealership replay, rolls out to his left again. Todd, we talk about that a lot, as he does have Morris in front of him, but it's the guys from behind that end up pulling him down. And see what number that was for, I don't know if that was Gilbertson from behind that pulled him down, but wrenched that leg a little bit. It was either Morris, maybe it was Lamar.
Yeah, it was close to Her's knee being down as well, as they say incomplete pass. Century now with the play clock under 10, still in the huddle. Patriots got to hurry to get this off. Looks like they are going to get it off as Her's under center. 3rd down and 7. And he's back to pass. Rushes on. Throws it deep over the middle for Haroldstad. No, it's incomplete.
Boy, Haroldstad turned defensive on that one as it was just a duck was thrown up. Juleson now, I don't know if he landed hard in his back there. He's down hard as the ball was underthrown. It looked like the ball was slipped out of his hands. Didn't it look like kind of a duck that went out there on that left side to Haroldstad?
Yeah, it looked like Xavion Haroldstad had a step, but then it was underthrown, and it looked like Juleson might have a chance to pick it off.
He did have a step. He goes up, and then I don't know if he landed on his shoulder, Todd. It looked like it's his left shoulder that he's holding on to as he went down hard on it.
Yeah, he's getting assistance off. He's up under his own power. A second look at it. Yeah, it looked like, as you said, Haroldstad turned into a defender there and maybe grabbed onto Juleson and slung him down on an incomplete pass. Well, now Peterson's got a good leg, but this would be almost a 50-yard field goal. So on 4th and 7, deep in Legacy territory, I think the Century's going to roll the dice here. Looks like the offense is still out there.
Yeah, 2nd and Century, 2nd and 7, and the battering Rams were doing so well, and sometimes you outthink yourself, I think. Although he did have him wide open on that play, that if quarterback can get that one out, thrown another 5 yards, it's a touchdown.
Well, now Juleson out of the game. He's one of your better defenders. Legacy's going to blitz. Herr gets away. Can he get a first down? He did. How about that?
Wow, what a run. They had him in the backfield, Legacy thought, and somehow he's able to get away from a would-be tackler in the backfield on this one. That fake handoff to Morris. Got a guy right in his face in a blitz and then knows where the chains are and just gets across the 25-yard line. What a play by the senior Noah Herr.
Man.
That was a tough fought 8 yards.
That was impressive. Today's game brought to you in part by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. Century nearing the Serve Pro red zone. 1st and 10 Pats. Her with a high snap. Called run for the senior QB, and he is sandwiched.
Pulled down from behind,
from behind. Like it was a big
54.
Big old Tyler Kruckenberg.
He's had some starts for the Sabres. 9 tackles on him for the season. 260-pound junior came in from behind on that play as the quarterback Hurd tried to get in behind his fullback Braden Morris.
Planet Pizza brings you tonight's game. Largest laser tag playground in the region. Giant lunch buffet. 701-852-1700. Planet Pizza.
Yeah, the Blue Buffalo.
As both of our stomachs are growling.
Oh, I'm so hungry right now.
Oh, play action. They got Kralik wide open inside the 10. Carrying tacklers. Put a cape on him. Touchdown.
The big fella. He is jacked up right there. As the bootleg, you roll out to your left, and you got the tight end again, Kralik. Let's take a look at this one on the Ryan Family Leadership Replays. Line up on that left defensive end. Quarterback just been banging it. That fake handoff, you bootleg out to the left. You got your tight end wide open, and he just hits 3 defenders and gets into the end zone. 22-yard touchdown reception for the senior.
Just couldn't get that replay from Ryan Family Dealerships to get you battering around by the name of Joey Kralik to get the final couple yards there as, the kick is blocked.
Ooh, not a good night for Peterson.
A developing situation here as a doink on the laxed extra point, and now Century. Let's get you a Ryan Family Dealership replay. This extra point here as this one was low and blocked away by Legacy.
Yeah, really low. I think that might have been a bad snap. You saw. I don't know if I was looking at the holder. It looked like he put his head down right away. So,
and now the door slightly open for Legacy. Touchdown timeout. 7:09 to play in the contest. Century 26, Legacy 20.
8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it. Dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Now Century takes the lead. Touchdown pass from Noah Herr, his 3rd TD pass. This one to Joey Kralik. Ensuing kickoff, bounces and gets all the way back to the deep man. Good to see Jack Julesen back in there. Oh, there he just about went again.
Man. MSUM is getting a good one. I like watching this kid.
Yeah, he has been money tonight. He comes back from getting dinged up just a moment ago and just about got into that mano-a-mano situation. The happiest guy in the field was Alex Peterson.
Yeah.
He didn't want to have to try to tackle him again in space. All right, here comes Legacy. They've only had 1 drive here in the second half, but they scored on it, and now with Century up 6.
I mean, a touchdown on an extra point. Put you ahead.
Weigel out of the gun, 1st and 10 Sabres from the near side hash mark. And they'll give it to Yusuf Jama. Oh, did the ball come out?
It did.
Loose football. Century has it.
Morris.
Braden Morris. And was that Schweigert that popped it out?
He's the one who popped up right away as it was that inside handoff with Jama going from his right to his left on this instant replay. Take a look at this one as quarterback Weigel. He takes that snap and hands that inside handoff to Jama. And the right hand popped in there. The ball popped out by Schweigert. And right there, Braden on the spot. Braden Morris picks up the fumble recovery.
Just when you think the door is open for the Sabres, Legacy turns it over. Their second of the contest. Now Century, they might put a stamp on this one right here as the Patriots take over at the Sabre 32-yard line. 7:01 to play in the contest. Todd Darmy's alongside Chuck Claremont. Good to have Aaron Wall, John Haugen producing, running the cameras for us tonight. Good to have all you tuned into the PSP Network. Century hands it off Carter Wild. It's been Wild and Pope and her, and the running and the passing mixed in tonight has been effective for Century. This time Carter Wild picks up a couple.
Yeah, Wild now. I mean, you got Hurt 94 yards, 72 for Wild. Give him a couple on this play. Pope has 24. I mean, Hers just got 3 touchdowns throwing as well. So he does have that 1 interception, but man, I love how they're playing right now.
And if you're a Sabre fan, boy, you need the defense to stand up. The team's traded turnovers in the first half. Maybe the Sabres can do it again. This time Her fakes left, goes right, weaving and churning yardage out to the 20. He's got a first down. Noah Her up over 100 yards in the game on the ground.
Yeah, he just, slow to get up. He has ran the football a ton. He has taken a beating, but man, 10 yards on that pickup, as you mentioned now, Todd. 104 yards now for the quarterback on the ground. And he came into this, we talked about, he wasn't even running the football. I mean, he only had 32 yards on 16 carries coming to the game.
Yeah, he's done that and more tonight. In the Serve Pro red zone, they'll hand it off Morris. Oh, that guy is hard to bring down.
4 Legacy defenders, and he still doesn't go down.
Takes it from the 20 down to the 16. Morris gets 4. Well, now I guess, okay, the thought I'm having is, okay, let's say Century somehow gets stopped here, and they have to think about, would you send Peterson out there to kick a field goal based on
no
the night that he's had tonight, kicking extra points?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know if I would either.
Oh, it's hard to say.
He's been effective on the season, but man, tonight has not been his night. As Century's trying to just punch it in instead on a 2nd down and 6 from the 16. Handoff. There goes Wild. And he sprints inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal upcoming for Century.
One thing that you don't talk enough about is the quarterback running the fake 2. You get a look at the replay on this one. Great job by the quarterback. He hands the ball off, and he's been doing so many bootlegs and different things like that you're holding a linebacker. Even if it's for a second, it allows Wild to maybe pick up a couple extra yards and get himself in better position. So 11 big ones there. They got an opportunity tonight to get a couple guys maybe over the 100-yard mark.
Century with the 1st and goal from the Legacy 5-yard line. Hanson wide to the right. Harold said wide to the left. Wild is going to dot an I formation, and they give it to him. Good jump cut in the hole, but then he is sandwiched down. Ben Gilbertson right there for Legacy.
Yeah, Gilbertson's made a lot of tackles tonight. We've called number 35's number a ton tonight. That was a good tackle, too, as you mentioned, the little jump cut there for Wild. Got by one defender, then put his head down. Right there was Gilbertson to wrap him up.
Clock drips down to 4 minutes to play in the contest. Century leading by 6, looking for more. Patriots in the Serve Pro red zone. 2 tight ends in the formation. Wild dots an I, and they give it to him. And he is stonewalled this time at the 3. Braden Lean right there to tattoo the ball carrier. And, actually, Century here, as the clock is becoming an issue. It just keeps dripping down. So every time this play doesn't go into the end zone, it ends up eating up another 30 seconds.
Yeah, nice play by the backside linebacker as Morris came in, hit the strong side guy. It looked like Wild was going to have an opportunity to cut back, and he cut back right into the hands of the senior Braden Lean.
Well, here we go. Huge play. 3rd down and goal from just inside the 4. Her's going to sneak it. Oh, what a shove. No official indication here. Now it comes in.
Man, you got Schweigert, Klein, Filler. What an absolute push by the 3 guys in the middle. And you got Schweigert walking back with the big hands up going absolutely. Huge push on this Ryan family leadership replay. Quarterback just took it, the step back, a little bit of a hesitation, allowed that drive block by the senior Cashton Klein into the end zone. for a touchdown run. The second one of the night for Noah Herr.
Man alive. That was some displacement right there by the Century front. They punch it in. Now the Patriots up by 12 will go for 2. Herr out of the gun. Snap is back. 2-point conversion. A flag flies in.
It's a motion. Now what do you do? Now you got to try to kick it, don't you? I mean, you're not going to go for it with 8 yards, are you? Yeah, now you.
Well, it looks like they're going to send a completely different unit in there.
Here he's coming in from
here comes
out of
Peterson.
nowhere. Peterson was down by himself. He's like, hey, all right, I got a chance here. All right. Well, let's keep an eye on the hold now, as the holder for the Patriots is Caden Wellstead. Not to put any pressure on Caden, but
long snapper Peyton Sile. This unit has not been clean tonight. Snap is back. Good snap. Hold. Kick is somehow through. It was a Tiger Woods stinger that somehow got through the uprights, and Century leads by 13. A touchdown timeout. Noah Herr scores again for the Patriots, and it's now 33-20.
Want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is...
Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Game was tied at 20 as Juleson got a touchdown to start the fourth quarter, but Century has answered with 2 of their own. A Herr touchdown pass to Joey Kralik, and now the Noah Herr 3-yard touchdown run has staked Century to a 33-20 lead on your BNC Bank scoreboard with 3:06 to play in the contest. Peterson with a pooching kick, and that thing goes out of bounds. That is... he just needs a do-over. That's all you need right now if you're the Patriots kicker.
Yeah, he's a little frustrated right there, but I know he was trying to kick it up high, keep it in bounds, not kicking it to Juleson.
Fans, today's game also brought to you in part by Farstead Oil. Find out how their team can help you with your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricant, DEF needs, serving North Dakota, Montana, western Minnesota since 1938. That's Farstead Oil. This game also brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Make sure Dylan take care of your furnace needs. 222-2155 Northern Plains Heating and Air here in the capital city. Legacy's got to go. Weigel fires it in front of the Legacy bench, and that is incomplete. Too low for his intended man over there.
Yeah,
was Jack Juleson.
He's going to him a lot. And, why wouldn't you, right? He's the guy that's getting you 2 touchdowns, 115 yards for him, but they're going to have to throw the football, and he's going to have to spread it out a little bit. You got a guy, a track star in Bennett Lawn. He's had a good season as well. He has 11 catches and 3 touchdowns this year.
It's been Juleson tonight, and then Jama's got the only other catch, right? That's the only guy.
And has a -3 yards.
Yeah, so Weigel again throws it over the middle, over top of his intended man. That was Braxton Weigel near midfield. Weigel had that one sail on him, incomplete.
Yeah, tried to throw a fastball down the middle, and you're exactly right. Todd kind of sailed on him.
Well, now you're facing a 3rd down and 10. Danger time here as Century now's got that front 4 that's just going to put their ears back and come after the quarterback here as Weigel's going to be in the gun. Standing at his 30, he's got Jama in his right pocket. Trips to the right, 1 receiver left. 3rd and 10 from the 35-yard line, and Jama has a first down. He slips to midfield. Good play on the draw.
Yeah, good. Actually, great call. As everybody's thinking pass, you're rushing 4, dropping back everybody else. Basically 7 guys spread the field, give the ball to your all-stater, and he picks up 16 yards for you.
Clock starts after they move the chains. 2:44 and counting. Legacy with all 3 timeouts left. Weigel's got some time. Now it evaporates. And he throws it sideline. And
oh, what a catch, Todd.
Man, how about that?
Who was that?
Was that Weigel? I think it's Braxton Weigel again.
Could have been Ruff.
Or, I'm sorry, yeah. What am I talking about? Braxton Ruff.
Oh, you talk about a tiptoe. The tulips right there.
Yeah, it is Braxton Ruff. Oh, right in front of the official. How about that little
catch.
Toe drag on the sideline? Right when Legacy needed it. Weigel's back to pass again. Tried to set up a screen. Now they got guys downfield. This is going to be, that's got to be a flag.
Yeah, you got to get it past the line of scrimmage, don't you? And he's saying, I had a guy out there, but
it's going to be illegal man downfield because as you saw that play develop, you had most of the Legacy offensive line down the field. You can't do that.
See what I don't think they called anything, Todd.
They picked it up. Oh, it had an announcement.
He said something about Legacy had somebody in the area or something.
They picked up the flag. And we play on. Legacy from the Century 39-yard line. 2:28 to play. Yusuf Jama to the 30. Mark him down officially at the 29. Clock will stop again momentarily. It's a first down run before Xander Hansen pins him down.
I don't know. Century's, they might be content saying, you want to run it up the middle? Okay, fine. We'll give you 8-9 yards. Clock still running.
Juan goes in motion from left to right. Weigel, little double move. He's got Juleson at the 12, and another first down upcoming. Juleson is cut down at the 11.
How he can get open. I'd have 3 guys on him. Good luck because he's looking at 14 time and time again.
Man, this is a 2-minute drive here as Legacy under 2 minutes now still has all 3 timeouts. They go to Yusuf Jama, holds that ball out and gets it to the 8. Clock will roll.
Century's, you can say the guy's a little tired. I was looking at Kralik, and he's breathing heavy right now.
And now the Sabres are going to burn their first International Bank and Trust timeouts. Hold the phone. Legacy in the Serve Pro red zone, down by 13 of the Sabres with 1:46 to play. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this break on the PSP Network.
Seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Second down and goal for Legacy. Ball just outside the 7-yard line. Weigel has the snap back, looking left, now comes right. Flushed. He has to scramble. He's got some room, and Weigel will scamper into the end zone. Legacy has just put 6 on the board.
Double team Juleson on that backside or the short side of the field. And then they look to the right. 3 guys in that area all kind of ran away from the quarterback and said, all right, you know what? There's room. See if I can't put my wheels and who's going to catch me. And Carter Coast was not getting there. So 8-yard touchdown run by Brody Weigel.
Weigel scampers in for 6. And now Freaky to make it a 6-point ball game. Legacy still with those 2 timeouts remaining. And Freaky bangs home the extra points. 33-27. Century's lead is 6 with 1:38 to play in the game. And a touchdown timeout here on the PSP Network. Hold the phone. Legacy still with 2 timeouts and probably an onside kick coming up next when we come back.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
to wealth management, We'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals. Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
Oh, 98 seconds left to settle this one. Todd Darmy's alongside Chuck Claremont. Good to have John Haugen, Aaron Wald producing and run the cameras for us tonight on the PSP Network. Hope you've enjoyed a ball game between two 5-2 teams.
Yeah.
Century 9-1 all time against Legacy. Legacy's only win against the Patriots was a year ago. And now you're lining up for what has to be an onside kick. Century sure expecting it. Look, you got the hands team up there. You got Haroldstead and Kralik and company in that front row.
Well, shout out to Brent Barnick. He's one of our, he loves PSP up in Washburn and watches us all the time. Watching intently this game tonight, he said, wow, this is a great game, guys, no doubt.
Looks like Ben Gilbertson's going to do the onside kick. Oh, Haroldstead goes down and grabs it. He made that look easy.
He did.
And that is an oblong ball rolling at you that sometimes can take weird bounces, and Haroldstead right there to smother it.
Yeah, it didn't get a bounce at all. It just stayed right in the ground, and Haroldstead put on his shortstop glove. What is it, A2000, and picked that baby up cleanly.
The Wilson A2000, I love it. One of the best Hoover gloves known to man. Well, now Century just can't kneel it down.
Oh, man.
So with a 1st and 10 with 97 seconds to play, they go for the hard count, and they got Legacy to bite. And that's a tough 5 to give up there if you're the Sabres. Get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Love the call, though. Go to the hard count, and yeah, into the neutral zone there. You saw the Sabres. So now Century with a 1st down can ice this thing away. Legacy can stop the clock twice. 1st and 5. Handoff. Morris. Nowhere. Might even lost a yard.
Yeah, they're stacking the box now. You got 8 guys in the box. Boy, Kralik is not happy about something.
Yeah,
Somebody is down. Is that the quarter? No, that's not the quarterback.
Yeah, as now you get an official's timeout.
It's Morris.
Get an official's timeout for an injury, so Legacy still has to burn the timeout, even though there's an injured player on the field. As you said, it looks to be Braden Morris. We'll get a report on him when we come back. 93 seconds to play. Century clinging to a 6-point lead here late in this WDA football matchup on the PSP Network.
Learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Spas, etc., Bismarck's #1 hot tub and sauna dealer, brings luxury and wellness straight to your home. Discover top brands, Sundance Hot Tubs, and Michael Phelps Swim Spas that deliver not just relaxation, but real therapeutic benefits. Right now, save up to $5,000 or enjoy up to 72 months interest-free financing. Visit us today at 1420 East Main Avenue in Bismarck and experience the best deals for yourself.
Partner for commercial and business loans. We not only provide lending you need to grow your business, but we also reinvest in our communities. We believe in strengthening our businesses and creating opportunities for success. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for your commercial and business loans, and together let's keep our communities thriving.
Serving the community, looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Braden Morris still getting attention from the Sanford Orthopedic and Sports Medicine staff, and he is not putting any weight on his left leg as they're assisting the senior Braden Morris off. He was the ball carrier on that last play. Lost a yard. And our best to him. Boy, that guy's, he is one of those heart and soul guys.
That's the exact phrase I was just thinking, TD. You talk about your middle linebacker, your
Fullback.
guy block. Yeah, fullback. He's had some great runs tonight. Man, he's been so important for this team.
Legacy with 1 timeout left. It's a 2nd down and 6. Make it 2nd down and a long 5. Her out of the gun. Handoff to Tristan Pope, and he's wrestled down. Gets a couple yards before Ruckstead hog ties him and throws him down at the 44-yard line. Century, if they get to the 42, is going to have a 1st down. We'll keep this one right here as we can tell you today's game brought to you by Bowen's Barbecue Sauce. Created and bottled right here in North Dakota. Find it at Cashwise Marketplace and Family Fare for ribs to burgers to veggies. It's a premium barbecue sauce. Today's game also brought to you in part by the Aggie Foundation. It's their PSP Network Player Performance of the Week. Sponsored in part by the Aggie Foundation. Learn about their charitable work at aggiefoundation.com.
When that BNC Bank scoreboard, Minot and Mandan, we talked about how big of a game that one is. Minot's holding this 1 touchdown lead, 3 minutes left in the third, 20-13. Mandan has the football, so keep an eye on that one before we close out tonight.
Yeah, we'll get you a scoreboard update as part of our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads post-game show tonight. Stick around after the game concludes for that. Century can put this one in the icebox with a couple yards and a 1st down. And
are we thinking quarterback sneak?
Power I formation. Hers got the jumbo package behind him, and they will turn it off and hand it off to Tristan Pope, and he gets
I don't think
smothered.
He made it, Todd. Took a little bit too much time to me. By the time they got him the football, Legacy was able to get into the backfield and pull him down short of the 1st down.
So with the play clock dripping down, Legacy can't stop it anymore. If Century decides to punt this away, you might go for it on 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Century might take this all the way down, and Coach Wingenbach may take a timeout here, but it'll be down to about 40 seconds to play.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do because they got her all the way over the sideline, so they're not even going to. They got the official right by Coach Wingenbach. He's like, okay, we get this baby down to, where's the play clock? 8 more seconds. Yeah, this will be like 40 seconds left, just on the 40 or 39.
Yeah, and their Coach Wing does ask for and receive a First International Bank and Trust timeout. Century's got one of those left. FIBT is where you find First International Bank and Trust online at FIBT.com, founded in 1910. Serving rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. That's First International Bank and Trust. Well, Coach Claremont, are you punting it here and putting them deep, or are you trying to say to your guys, hey guys, 1 yard and we put this game away?
1 yard, the game's over, and your defense has been playing really well, although they kind of busted right through them last time. That. Oh man! I mean, I'm punting it. Like, why take the chance?
Well, then again, your punter's got 2 punts tonight of 7 and 10 yards.
Well, I know, but the odds are saying, let's just get a quick kick, and they're not doing it. They're saying the bigs are saying, Coach, we got it.
There's no punter out there.
Nope.
Look at all the guys near the line of scrimmage for Legacy. 4th and a yard. Her is gonna sneak it. And I think he got it.
Yeah, he did.
Century got in behind the Hogs, and the Patriots are going to ice this away. Schweigert, Klein, and Filler, the law firm up front, has gotten Century the necessary yardage, and now the Patriots just have to kneel it down. One final snap, and this one will go final in WDA football tonight. Century will stay unblemished in conference play. Her takes a knee, and Century has won a slugfest tonight against the Legacy Sabres. Your final on your BNC Bank scoreboard, Century 33, Legacy 27. Patriots improved to 6-2, 4-0 in conference play. Legacy falls to 5-3, and the Sabres now a level 2-2 in conference play. Stay tuned. Our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads postgame show comes up next here on the PSP Network as the Patriots win this one by 6 tonight.
Is proudly brought to you by social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh? Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finland Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Now we're back on our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show. Let's send it down field side now. Chuck Claremont's got the Patriot particulars. Take it away, Chuck.
All right, thanks, Todd. Hey, that's a good win, Coach. I mean, that's a good legacy team. I mean, they had a tough loss last week, and you guys came out. Loved how your linemen, I'm going to say dominated, but you really got to like to push your offensive linemen got out there today.
Well, that's the strength of our team, Chuck, and we relied on them all year, and we challenged them all week, and they rose to the challenge. We had some long drives, especially that second half, that ate up a lot of clock. You know, our whole offensive philosophy was keep their offense off the field. They are so dynamic, and for the most part, we were able to do that.
And how about that call on 4th down, the end of the game? You know, you could have punted it, you could have been conservative, but instead you went out and trusted your bigs.
Well, they had a part of that decision too. I asked them, can you get us a yard? And they all said yes. So, I thought Noah Herr was gritty tonight. He made maybe a blunder there in the first half, but he certainly made up for it, and he played his heart out. And, unfortunately, we lost Braden, and he's a big cog of what we do, and we'll just regroup and next man up mentality.
Yeah, you talk about Noah Herr. I mean, he had 16 carries all for the entire season. He comes out tonight, busts over 100 yards. I think he had 32 yards coming into this game. What did you see differently from him that he got the football so much?
Well, I think number one, it just gives us an added dimension to our offense. We've got Carter Pope and Carter Wild, and Tristan Pope was coming off of a strep throat sickness from last weekend, and so we just kind of wanted to distribute the wealth a little bit there in the backfield, and Braden Morris got quite a few touches there in the fourth quarter, ran very well for us. So we got to keep doing that, and then we still got some weapons on the outside, and tonight we had some big plays on the perimeter as well.
And you did. Let's talk about the defensive side really quick. I know you held Jama to only, I think, 81 yards he had tonight. They had 220 total. A team averaging 400 yards. You got to be pleased with that defensive effort. Your defense is really rolling right now.
Yeah, we are. They got a couple passes on us, and the Bennett kid and Jolson. Those two are as good as we'll see in the state, and likewise their tailback. So they're really a well-balanced team, and we knew coming in that those were the ones that we had to know where they were at all times. And I thought our defense, at times we played a little tired, but when it counted, we got the job done.
Great win, Coach. Good luck next week against the Demons.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, step in here. Let's go Braxton first. I love talking to a fellow Hog and from you, and let's talk on the defensive side, because to me that's the place. As a nose guard, you and Johnson went after it tonight.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he's a great player. I just trusted my teammates around me, and I just cleaned up the tackles when they were there.
Talk about how fun it is for you on this defensive side, because this is a team that you've guys got shutouts and stops in tonight, and you're going against one of the best offenses in the state tonight. What do you guys have to do to prepare for these guys tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. We watched a bunch of film, and we saw their best plays, and then we kind of just keyed on them, and we saw them coming. So, yeah, we just watched a lot of film this week.
For you guys knowing up front, knowing you got three of the best linebackers in the state behind you. Yeah. I mean, your job not only is to take guys up front, but lead the way for your linebackers.
Yeah, our linebackers are great. They've been playing at a tremendous level all season long, and we're just looking to keep that going into the playoffs here and into next week with VHS.
I got to say, okay, on the offensive side, how fun was that tonight? Yeah. You got her running, you got Wild running, you got all these guys running. Nothing better than getting a push on the front run, is there?
Yeah, we just got to get that push, and our boys in the back are doing their job, and it's just going great.
Big week of rest, and you got a big game next week.
Can't wait. VHS is always fun.
All right, congratulations. Great job. Stick around. Noah, step in here. Noah Herr. What do you attribute this 16 carries, 32 yards coming into this game for the season? Man, you ran wild tonight, over 100 yards. I mean, what do you attribute the calls in your name tonight?
I mean, our coaching staff knew it. I knew it. Our offensive line is so fun to be a quarterback, because they're so big and they're really strong, and it's just really fun to just know that, yeah, I'm going to be running here and there, and I don't have to worry about some dude just decking me out of nowhere, because I got a line who's going to block for me really well. So it gives me a lot of confidence to run when I have those guys in front of me. And it's just, I mean, yeah, I didn't run much. Obviously, I had the injury, and so I was just kind of waiting to get back into it slowly. And then kind of ramped it up today and got a lot of carries, and I was really happy about it.
And not just carrying the ball, but you got 3 touchdown passing today. Let's talk about those in terms of throwing at these different receivers tonight, and for you to be able to get back and have some time and a lot of confidence in a number of different guys tonight.
I mean, we all shot a film on them, so we kind of knew what they would do defensively, and we kind of knew where we could maybe pick them apart. And like you said, so much time in the pockets, and like if it's a rollout, I know I got people protecting my backside. And so the first one to Zakai. Zakai ran a great route, had a great catch. The second one, that was to Joey, or was it Xander? One of them.
Xander, yep.
Yeah. The second one to Xander. I mean, another really good route, phenomenal catch. And then the one to Joey, he took that one away. He just kind of caught it and chose he wanted to score. I was like, all right, sweet.
Yeah, from watching that from behind, I love the bootleg. You guys have been busting it down their throat the entire time. You run that bootleg, and getting the ball to him, watching from behind, seeing him push guys had to be fun.
It's a lot of fun. He's huge. He can catch really well, and he's shifty for how big he is, and it's fun to watch him just do his thing.
Great victory tonight, and good luck next week against the Demons.
Thank you very much.
All right, great job. Stick around here, buddy. TD, back up to you.
Yeah, well done. Chuck Claremont down the sideline there. You heard from 36-year head coach Ron Wingenbach for the Century Patriots. and a couple guys who had their prints on this one tonight. Braxton Dole doing it in the trenches tonight for Century, leading that Hog crew that was dominating, and Noah Herr. How about the night for him? We'll recap that as our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show rolls on from the bowl in Bismarck. Century stays undefeated in conference play. They win a nail-biter tonight, 33-27 over the Legacy Sabres. All that action on your BNC Bank scoreboard tonight. Our postgame rolls on after this break on the PSP Network.
Is proudly brought to you by PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For those who dream big.
Another dogfight here at the Community Bowl in the capital city of Bismarck. Century 33, Legacy 27. That's a final on your BNC Bank scoreboard tonight. 3A football. The Patriots stay undefeated in conference play. It's our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work towards financial freedom. Shots Crossroads, your postgame headquarters. You can order online at shotscrossroads.com. All right, couple things that we'll get to here as part of our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. First up, it's a MVP scoreboard update as the Mandan Braves have taken a lead late against Minot, 27-20 with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And Cheyenne has got a 2-touchdown lead over Shanley with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 42-28 there. No report in from Fargo North and West Fargo tonight. There's your 3A scores. 2A scores tonight. It's a big win for St. Mary's. They went back-to-back games here, 35-12. The Saints win it over Watford City. Fargo South takes care of ranked Grand Forks Red River, 20-14. Minot North, big over Jamestown. The number one Sentinels, 49-14 over the Jays. And Kindred defeats Wahpeton 47-7. There's your BNC scoreboard updates. All right, while we have a quick second here, Chuck, let's Let's tell you about Friday night football. I'm going to get a different graphic for that one. We'll let you. We got a better one. That one's not quite right, so I'll get that fixed. But let's run through these final game numbers tonight, brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads. And while I do that, I'm going to roll some post-game highlights here for your partner.
Love it. Jama for Legacy, 16 carries, 81 yards. Brody Weigel, 5 for 10 yards, but he did have an 8-yard touchdown run. Weigel throwing pretty efficient, too, 9 for 14, 141 yards, 2 touchdowns. Both of those went to his favorite target, Jack Julesen, an 8-yarder and a 12-yarder. 7 catches for Julesen for 134. Jama 1 catch for -3, and then Ruff had 1 catch for 10. On the Century side, it was run, and run some more. 20 carries, $107, and a touchdown for Noah Herr. Carter Wild at 20 carries for 87 yards and a 4-yard touchdown run. Tristan Pope, 5 carries for 28. Braden Morris, 4 for 25. And then you throw Noah Herr in here, as he had the one bad throw in the first half that Coach alluded to, but he finished it up and he responded nicely. 7 for 14, 111 yards, 3 touchdowns, a 34-yarder to get things going to Zakai Haroldstead, and that's the only catch Haroldstead had. Joey Kralik had, and might be the play of the game as he will finish up. He had 2 catches for 29 yards and a 22-yard touchdown. Bachmeyer, 3 catches for 33, and then Xander Hansen, nice catch for him, too, for 15 yards in the corner of the end zone. Team statistics, first half it was close, but, man, Century stepped up big time in that second half. 49 rushes for 247 yards. Legacy finishes just 21 rushes for 91. 7 completions for 111 yards for the Patriots. 9 for 141 for Legacy. Look at this discrepancy. 63 plays ran for Century, 358 yards, and they held Legacy's vaunted offense for just 35 plays total. 17 the first half, 18 the second half for 232 yards. Century put the ball on the ground once but did not give it up. And Legacy, 3 fumbles, 2 big lost fumbles there for them tonight. Both teams punted twice, 5 penalties for Century, 3 for Legacy. And Century had 11 first downs in the second half, Todd. 17 total. Legacy ended up with 10 first downs. Patriots had a sack. They had a couple tackles for losses, and they had an interception. So you got the turnover battle 3-0. That was big tonight in a close game like that, as Century dominates this game in terms of statistics-wise. Legacy, and really, you take a look at the stats, probably shouldn't be as close as it was, but when you have a 100-yard touchdown on the kickoff, that tends to help things big time.
Yeah, the interesting thing for me tonight was just that swing that Century at the end of the first half, and then the play at the beginning of the second half, and just how, and you heard Coach Wingenbach talk about it. Hey, one of their game plans tonight was to kind of keep the ball away from Legacy, and that's what they did for the second half of the second quarter and the first half of the third quarter. They played keep away tonight.
Well, you take a look at the drives for the Patriots the second half. They scored 3 consecutive, their first 3 drives they scored, and then the last time, the only reason they didn't is because it was the end of the game. So they scored 8 minutes and 12 seconds, 4:36, 3:55. So you take a look at the time of possession battle. I mean, they were plus 3.5 in the first half, and then the second half they completely dominated that time of possession. And I love when the coach asked him about, hey, who made that call at the end of the game? And he said, hey, there was some guys. I looked at the linemen and said, can we get a yard? And there's no question the bigs in the middle were saying, heck yeah, we can totally get it. And Klein, I like how Cashton Klein, I like how he played in the middle of that offensive line in the center. But everybody played good. Dahl, Schweigert, Klein, Filler, Seil. Holy cow, that is a dominant offensive line.
Yeah, that was fun, as Century 3-0 in the conference. Legacy now 2-2. Century has a date with the Demons next Friday night. Of course, Bismarck High's got to play tomorrow night right here at the Community Bowl. They'll take on the Williston Coyotes. Bismarck, the Demons, heavily favored in that one, so you would expect that to be for all the marbles in the WDA next Friday night, and we'll have that one right here for you on the PSP Network, as Legacy has a date at home against Mandan next week to punch their ticket into the postseason, which should be secured, but Legacy still looking to close the regular season out on a good foot. All right, fans, more of our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame here, as Chuck, first up, it's our move of the game tonight, brought to you by Spas Etc. Go to Spas Etc., find a massive inventory, next level sales team, spas, hot tubs, saunas, or a game for your rec room at spas, etc. And hey, boy, we could have went to the Jack Julesen catch in double coverage tonight for the Legacy Sabres, but not to be outdone. One of Noah Herr's touchdown passes tonight, Xander Hansen with an equally impressive grab. That's your spas, etc. move of the game tonight. Says, the Patriots spread it around tonight too, and it wasn't all just Xavier and Haroldstead. I think that's going to spell good things for the Patriots going forward.
Yeah, you got 4 different guys, caught the football tonight. Guys that Sakai Haroldstead hasn't caught a whole lot. Hansen caught a pass. Bachmeyer. I mean, you're really looking for different dudes, and obviously Kralik stepped in. Your number one guy, Xavier, didn't even catch a pass.
Yep.
And so I know he might be frustrated, but I guarantee you talk to him like that his little brother got a touchdown, and more importantly, it's about winning the football games, and I'm sure he was big on that one. Not to mention he had a good play, a little on that onside kickoff where he stepped up and got that one. So
yeah, sometimes it's the little things. Is that catch there by Xander Hansen,
that was good.
One of the 3 touchdown passes tonight for Noah Herr. That's your spas, etc. move of the game tonight. Spas, etc. in the capital city. Game for your rec room, the perfect spa, hot tub, or sauna. Bring a spa to your home, and the folks at Spas, etc. can do that for you. All right, we mentioned our Friday night football schedule tomorrow nights. Killdeer at Central McLean will be in Turtle Lake for a 7 o'clock start there in what will be, in all likelihood, for the number 1 seed in Region 4 of A football, and a 9-man contest tomorrow night. The Titans of TGU will take on Mohall, Lansford, Sherwood. There's your 2-pack of games for you tomorrow night on the PSP Network. That's your Bones barbecue sauce schedule on the network tomorrow night.
Well, I did use 1 minute left in the game. Mandan up 34-20 now. That's a little bit of a mild upset in my book on that one. And Mandan could have secured themselves a playoff position right there with that. Heck, they're tied with. They could be tied with Legacy.
They will be,
and they play Legacy to see who in the 3rd and 4th seed. So, and that's I shouldn't just say 3rd and 4th because it depends what happens with Bismarck and Whittleston. Most likely they're going to win. And Bismarck and Century could have secured a home playoff game as well.
Should be fun. Be sure to stay tuned to the PSP Network. Like and follow us on our social media platforms and find out where we're coming to next. Doubleheader next Friday nights. Mandan at Legacy and Bismarck High and Century right here at the Bowl. That'll be fun. Also, Minot and Williston and Minot North at Dickinson next Friday night. We'll have volleyball on Tuesday. Legacy at Century as well, as there's your schedule upcoming next week on the PSP Network. All right, last thing for us, it's our MVP of the contest tonight, brought to you by Sport Clips to keep you looking your best. Check in and online with the hairstylist today at sportclips.com. And how about the night for Noah Herr tonight?
Wow, I mean, he was dominant, other than the one play, the one gaffe he made, but ultimately what a game this guy had. Running the football, over 100 yards, 107 yards and 20 carries, a 12-yard touchdown run, a big 12-yard touchdown run on 3rd and 15 or whatever it was. Right here you have it here as he turns up field and splits the defense and gets into the end zone. That was a great.
4th down.
Exactly. It was 4th and 5 or 4th and 7 or something, and he gets into the end zone. What a great play there. And then Herr passing the football, 7 of 14, 111 yards, and he gets 3 touchdowns and 3 different guys that he threw the football to. So pretty special, and a great interview at the end of the game too. Love talking to these kids. Nothing more fun than talking to the kids and seeing the smiles on their face afterwards. And he was sure lit up. And I loved how much he talked about that offensive line too, saying how special it was playing behind those guys. So he is our Sport Clips MVP, Noah Herr.
Yep, the senior tonight. Sport Clips brings you that MVP. That makes you feel like a MVP, most valuable player, like that haircut experience at Sport Clips. Noah Herr, your game MVP. All right, fans, that'll put a wrap on it tonight. As, couldn't do it without the great work of all of our sponsors, including BNC National Bank for bringing our scoreboard, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, our pregame sponsor. First International Bank and Trust brings you our timeout. Your Serve Pro Red Zone Ryan Family Dealership brings you our replay. Halftime is brought to you by Moonlight Home Improvement. Postgame, as always, brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisor, Shots Crossroads, your player of the game, Noah Herr. That's sponsored by Sport Clips, and your move of the game, the Herr to Hansen TD pass, spas, etc. brings you that. Tip of the cap to Ross Horner, the team at the Community Bowl tonight. Brett Mitchell, Dave Zittelman for opening the doors for us here on the PSP Network like they do every week. We couldn't thank them enough for allowing you to come into your homes and bring you these WDA football contests throughout the season. Great job by the team tonight. John Haugen, Aaron Wald producing, running the cameras for us. Chuck Claremont, my partner tonight, Todd Domrey's repeating your final score and saying, congratulations, Century stays undefeated, 33-27 over the Legacy Sabres. That'll do it tonight from the Community Bowl. Good night, everybody.
Is proudly brought to you by ESP Network on all social media platforms. ESP Network, it's game day.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move?
It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7, pressure, points, yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh? Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you.
Learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.